It was a struggle when I first saw your face, because I knew that you were my saving grace. And no longer could I drop the ball, it was fate. I had to step my game up, no more playing, you depended on me. Never thought that it would turn out this way. Single mother paying bills, trying to live, ain't that a shame? I ain't the one to go and try to point the blame. I take responsibility for all the careless things I did now. I'm gonna shower you with all my love. I'm gonna teach you how to love yourself and stay in the forefront and never look back. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. You can be anything. As long as I am here, I'm always gonna have your back. You can be anything. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. You can be anything. You can be anything. As long as I am here, I'm always gonna have your back. You can be anything. You can be anything. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. Years later, I got blessed more times too. Now I'm wondering, what am I gonna do? I thought I had it right a second time around, third time around, man, bump it, I'm gon' tough it out. I thought my life was over, but I get it. Just two more reasons why I gotta go and get it. They always doubt you till they see the winning digits. That's my trio, yeah, they made me. Even family that can shake now. I'm gonna shower you with all my love. I'm gonna teach you how to love yourself and stay in the forefront and never look back. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. You can be anything. As long as I am here, I'm always gonna have your back. As long as you can be anything. You can be anything. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. You can be anything. You can be anything. As long as I am here, I'm always gonna have your back. You can be anything. You can be anything. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. I'm gonna shower you with all my love. I'm gonna teach you how to love yourself and stay in the forefront and never look back. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. You can be anything. As long as I am here, I'm always gonna have your back. You can be anything. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that.
The Proof in the Pudding podcast show. I'm your host, and I go by the name of Mizz Skyy on 919. That was a very dope record right there. I'm excited about today's show. Very talented young lady in the building. Yo, she's an actress. She's a model. She's an R&B singer, businesswoman. Yo, so without any further ado, y'all, Mizz Skyy is in the building. Yo, how you feeling?
What's up, everybody?
What's going on? What's going on? Yo, so let's talk about that video right there. Yo, you dropped that. It's new. Yo, it's dope. Yo, what's the reactions you get into the video?
Yes, like that video, I've been actually branding myself with my music for 3 years now. So that song is pretty much like the aspect of why I'm doing everything that I'm doing, for my kids. So I feel like they deserve that dedication, with even dealing with the fact of me being on the road and, missing that time with them. I feel like that's the least that I could do as a mother is to dedicate something to my kids.
Right. Yo, and that's dope right there. Speaking of kids, Mother's Day just passed. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, so that's definitely a dope song. So let's talk about when you wrote the song, the process. What inspiration did you draw? What kind of memories? Like, I know you put a lot of feelings into the song. So what was that like when you was writing?
When it comes to me writing, I will say that it really depends on, for one, the beat. As an artist, when we hear the beat, that's what we connect with first. So depending on the style of the beat and what emotions come to mind or what emotions that beat triggers, that's kind of what my writing is influenced by.
Okay. So that's dope. And it said you can be anything.
You can be anything. And I'm living proof of that, that you can literally be anything that you want to be. It's all about the work that you put in. It's not about what people say you can do or what you can't do. It's about what you believe that you can do.
Yeah, and that's a very powerful message and a very powerful record. So let's take it back to the beginning for the people that might not know. Where are you from?
Okay, so here's my little trail.
All right.
So I was originally born in Gastonia, North Carolina, which a lot of people might not know that. I was originally born in Gastonia, North Carolina, and I moved to Washington, D.C. at the age of 4, when my dad took me there, like, to give me a better lifestyle. Um, and then from there, I ended up moving to Columbia, South Carolina at the age of 10 to be with my mom and my brothers and sisters. So
Right.
biologically, I was my dad's only child. So I was like, had that only child syndrome for a long time.
I feel you on that. You got your people, they shout you out. Can you see the comments on your screen?
I don't see it on my end. But
Oh,
thank y'all. Look, I
all
can't see it on my end, but I so appreciate you guys for tuning in.
right. Yeah, they definitely representing. So okay, so
Yes.
let's talk about those first musical experiences. It's like, around what age did you know you can sing, and what kind of first inspired you to make you want to sing?
R&B. Like R&B is my first love. So R&B alone triggered something inside of me. It's something about R&B that can bring out whatever kind of emotion out of you that you're feeling at that time. You connect with the words, you connect with the beat, because there's so many different emotions you can put into R&B. So at the age, I want to say probably about the age of 6, I remember being in the back seat of my dad's car. We was going somewhere, and I was back there singing, and it was probably more than likely maybe a Monica or Brandy song, because those was my idols growing up.
All right.
And he turned the radio down. And he was like, "Is that you back there singing?" And I was like, "Yeah, Daddy, that's me." So he was like, let me hear you sing again, a cappella." And I let him hear me sing again. Like, I had not one fear bone in my body when it come to music and singing.
Wow.
So like from that instant of him hearing me singing, like the reaction that I got from my dad and how excited he was to, help me pursue in my craft and, help it blossom, it just like that sparked even more of excitement in me as a child.
Right. Wow. Okay. So now you get excited, right? How long did it take you to get your sound together? Like, what was that journey like in the beginning?
Oh, okay. So It it took me a while, honestly, because I was singing, like I said, for a long time. Even throughout school, middle school, when I was in DC, I had my little singing group called Strong Addiction with two or three other girls of my friends. We were singing like recess and stuff. And I
Okay.
had actually won most talented at Charles Hart Middle School in Washington DC.
Wow.
Throughout the years of me between elementary and high school, I was always on the choir, always singing, getting a solo. So I was always on the stage in the spotlight. Well, after high school, it was like that was kind of like it for music for me, but it wasn't it. Like it wasn't my focus. I had a child, I went to
Right.
college, had a child, and so the whole dream of music kind of came to a pause for me, and it started to actually become a blur. Like it's never going to
Wow.
happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like,
Right.
okay, now I got to be like it really ain't about to happen now. So, I played around with it, and I say play around because I never really took it serious up until 3 years ago. But I played around with it. I was in the studio. I used to collaborate with a lot of other artists who some are now doing actually some amazing things themselves.
Right.
But we always would collaborate and get together because, like, I was always around a group of people that was musically inclined, and it was just, as excited about music as I was. It was just that the situation that I was in, I felt like I
Right.
wasn't going to go further than just that. Just in the studio, every now and then, I felt like it was going to go no further than that.
Okay.
So about 2000 and 2018, no, 2017, December 2017, I released the SZA Weekend cover song. That was my first visual, first song I put out, all of that.
Right.
Let me rewind. Actually, Destin. I did a acapella song of Destin, my very first single, Destin, on
Wow.
Facebook. And the traction I got from that is actually what drove me to continue to um pursue my dreams in music. Because when I dropped that, I wasn't expecting to get the reaction that I was getting, and people were like really taken to it. So I was like, okay, this is what's
Right.
up now. So it gave me that drive again. So that's when I was like, okay, where do I start from here? Like, where do I go from there? I'm trying to keep this wave going, trying to keep people interactive. So I actually reached out to a friend of mine. Shout out to Miss Phoenix, Jasmine Phoenix. I reached out to her and I was like, yo, like, I need some advice. What do I do? Because she was doing her thing in the music. I'm like, where do I start with? And she was like, do a cover song, do a cover song that's popping right now and start from there. See how people react to it. And I was like, that's a great idea. SZA The Weeknd was popping at that time. So I took SZA song The Weeknd and I flipped it and made it my own.
Right.
And I did a whole visual for it, and like the feedback and traction from it was like amazing. So from there, I signed up for my very first show for that January of 2018.
Right.
And I did my very first show with the I Love Being from the South tour. It's my first time being on stage, like especially as an artist alone. That was my first time on stage.
Right.
And when I got off that stage, like I put on the show. I'm not even just trying to hype myself up, but for my first time, I really put on the show. Like I was like, come hard or don't come at all. That was always my mentality.
Right.
So I did that show, and when I got off that stage, it was like I just zoned out. I just blanked out on stage. When I got off that stage and to see everybody in the audience cheering for me and wanting to take pictures with me, it just felt so amazing. Like it was the best feeling ever. And it's like from that one show, it was just nonstop from there. It was nonstop.
Okay. So yeah, I'm listening, right? So you won when you was a child too. You won, you said in middle school you won a talent show.
Yeah,
So
I
to
did.
go
No,
from
actually,
there,
one most talented. Yeah, in middle school.
okay. So to go from there to now, you performing out here. It's like, yo, you accomplished your dream. You started as a child, but it's like, yo, now I'm doing my first performance. They loved it. I just killed it.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind when you got after the applause and the people coming? What was going through you? How did that feel to know from when you first started as a child to actually doing it now?
It's like the whole process behind that, because it's a whole nother backstory just behind the process of leading up to that show. I'm not gonna get too deep into that because then I'll get very emotional, like even thinking about it. But I went through some real tragic things like the night prior to that show. So the fact that I was about to say, I'm not even going. Like I had family, friends, and all that were traveling to Greenville to see me, to see me at that time. So I was just ready to say, I'm not even doing this, like my whole self-esteem and everything was just gone. And that next day, like I had dancers in place. I had I had to go get them from now Charlotte, where I live at now. I had to drive from Columbia to Charlotte to get my dancers, which was not in the plans at first. I had someone else that was supposed to be helping me, but being so what happened prior to the night, it didn't happen that way. So I was really ready to say, like, bump the show, I'm not doing it. But then I thought about it. I'm like, yo, I have so many people that has literally put their plans to the side to travel to be at this show. So no matter what I just went through or experienced, I got to go to this show. I got to make this happen. So getting up that next day, hair, makeup, having to drive to Charlotte to get my dancers, then turn around and drive to Greenville. I was actually super late for the show, and I didn't find out till later on that I wasn't even supposed to be let in. Like I was supposed to be not let in the show at all because I was late. And the promoter at that time, she's very strict on time. So I was like late, and like she said, I wasn't supposed to be in there at all. But the host at the front to this day, she told me, she was like, you wasn't supposed to be in that show. She was like, but it was something about you. She's like, I couldn't turn you around. So she let me in, about her letting me in, like, I was in there then, so they had to let me go on with the show. But in that instant, when I got off that stage, knowing that what I went through the night prior, and I still got up there and did everything and more that I planned to do on that stage, that lit even a bigger spark in me to now I gotta keep this going. Now I gotta figure out, what do I do next? So now it's like, okay, I did this show. I got all these people attention. Now what's next?
Right.
From there, I got invited. I actually got, I won a permanent spot on the tour that night.
Oh, wow.
And so I had, so automatically I had my next show just through the tour alone. From that, I got a manager. The girl who was over the show, especially, she became my manager. So I got a manager literally right off jump for me, branding myself as an artist. I had a manager, I had a producer, and I had my own DJ. So I had my whole team,
Wow.
just me starting out, you know, and it's like
Right.
I literally jumped off the porch running. Like everything. I had like 2 and 3 shows a week. I would be going to Atlanta, coming back home, getting up that next morning, working a 9 to 5, still got to entertain my kids. It was literally nonstop shows, kids work, shows, kids work. And that's
Right.
what I did for literally almost like 2 years straight
Wow.
before I decided to branch out on my own. You know, I'm not here to bash nobody, but I had, I walked away from my team for reasons that I felt like was best for me.
Right.
And I had to rediscover myself as an artist, who Mizz Skyy was. Because it's like I got caught up in everything that everybody else wanted me to do, every direction everybody else wanted me to go. And it started to become no longer exciting to me anymore.
Right. Right. And that's the thing. So you've been through it now. You got the experience. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people that's watching the show. I know it's emotional. A lot of people, they have this, we have a way that we think that the industry is going to work, or the way that
Mm-hmm.
it is. Now, as you go through it, you see like, yo, hold on, I might need to take more control of my brand, my life,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
for any artists that might be watching and they maybe thinking about jumping off the porch, what advice would you give them starting out in the game?
Business, business, business. Okay. Learn the business. That's the main thing in this industry. Like they always say it's like what 10% talent and 90% business. Like
Yeah.
that's really what it is. If you don't know your business, honestly, the talent is for no reason because you'll end up at a dead end hitting a brick wall.
Right.
And it'll take everything. It's like it feel like everything you worked for was for in vain because it's so many sharks out here in this industry just looking for somebody to eat off of. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They just want to eat off of you, period.
Right.
Not saying that you don't have the talent, not saying that you worth it, but it's a savage industry. It really is. And I've had my own, moments myself when it comes to the industry and people trying to come in and kind of like piggyback and take over what I already have going on and kind of like build off it for their self and their own brand. And you have to
Right.
watch out for things like that. But like I said, the most important thing is really learning the business in this industry. That will help and save you so much headache, so much trial, so much, stressful moment.
Right. And that's a fact right there. You said the 10% talent, the 90 is the business.
Mm-hmm.
Even on the financial side, it's like, okay, a lot of people, they just want to sing. They don't want to do this. So you got this person handling that, this person handling that. But then when the money comes back, you getting the 10% or the 10 cent out of every dollar.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't adding up. I'm doing all the
Mm-hmm.
work. I'm going to the studio. But it's like, that's what you just said, a powerful thing. Learn that business. So it's like
Yeah,
people can't take advantage of you. You know what I mean?
exactly.
So,
Exactly.
so okay. So now you come out, you're doing the tours. What was that like? Because that's new. It's like you do the show. Now you're touring. You said
Now
one
I'm
show
touring.
turned into 2 years.
Yeah, it did. Like touring, like I said, everything was exciting at first. Like I was even excited about just being on go, losing sleep for doing something that I love. Like that was my passion. So that never was a complaint to me at all. Losing sleep for it was never a complaint to me. Working hard for it was never a complaint to me. So the shows were really, that platform is what really helped people see who Mizz Skyy was. Introduce me to the world as much as possible. I haven't been around the world yet, but that's what I'm aiming for, to make myself internationally known. I've never labeled myself as a local artist, like never.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that word, but to me personally, it's something wrong with it. I never want to be considered local.
Right.
So I did everything I had to do to make sure that I wasn't considered local. I didn't. I showed love to my city wherever I was at, but at the same time, I knew that in order for me to get respect, realistically, to get respect from my city, I have to go out there and make a name for myself in other cities and states.
Right.
That's just the reality. That's just the reality of it. People really don't support you as hard as they should from your city, and honestly, that's okay because I mean, you can't make nobody support you. You can't expect nobody to support you. Only thing you can do is continue doing what you do and gain those supporters that are going to support you. You
Right.
know.
Now that's real right there. And you just said a powerful thing right there. A lot of artists, they make the mistake and they say, I'm gonna be the king of my city. I'm gonna be the queen of my town. But it's
Mm-mm.
like you said, the people that know you, they're not gonna support you like people from outside. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
if the people in, let's just say Buffalo is where your music is where they streaming your music, they buying your streams. You might
Mm-hmm.
want to do a show in Buffalo. So let's talk
Exactly.
about the analytics and stuff like that. And like you said, traveling out to make a
Mm-hmm.
buzz in different networks. So from being from DC and Charlotte, you done seen the different sides anyway.
I definitely have.
What things have you learned so far from being in the game when it comes to that?
Um, Me personally, I'm an R&B artist, so I have went in the most, I'm gonna say hood, the most hoodest ratchet club, you know, and sung my R&B and
Right.
had the crowd rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is to, no matter where you at, especially as an artist or performer, don't ever get discouraged by how many people in the room, who's not listening, who's not watching. Always remain in artist mode. Because honestly, I feel like if I was one of the people just went up there on stage and just sat there with a mic and just sung, nobody wouldn't pay me attention, you know?
Right.
But the fact that I'm actually an artist, I perform, I engage, they were in tune. Like every hip hop club that I performed at, coming in with my R&B slow stuff, they was in tune. They would be rocking with me. And that just showed me that, like I said, you can do anything you want. You can gravitate to anybody you want to gravitate to. It's all about how you pull the people in. So yeah, people, like you said, they get locked up in being the king or queen of their city. So they honestly get scared a lot of times to go outside their city because they know they're not gonna rock with you how your city rocking with you at that time because they don't know you.
They don't know you.
So sometimes people can't. You have some artists that really do get that love just from their city,
Right.
and that's why they stay there because they don't. They're scared to not feel that rush of excitement and that support that they know you're not going to get from nowhere else if they don't know you. But that's the purpose for getting out to see so they can know you. You might get a better reaction than you actually think you would.
Right.
But that's one thing I have to pay homage to with my first manager. She always instilled that in me. Like no matter where you at, no matter how many people in the crowd, you get up there and you do what you got to do.
Right.
Regardless. So it really all depends on how you work the crowd wherever you go.
I feel you on that. So let me ask you, how do you get in your zone to do a show or get ready for a performance? Like, how do you prepare?
Sometimes I'll be at home and I'll be in the mirror. I'll practice my performance at home. But I'm not gonna lie and sit there and say like I'm a visual person, so I will literally map out my whole performance in my head a lot of the times.
Right.
Especially like if I go to certain venues, depending on how the venue is set up. Like I'll even plan out my whole intro. Okay, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna come on like this. Like I literally try to wherever I go, I have a layout in my head of how I'm gonna perform. Depending on the crowd or depending on the setup of the venue. So being on the stage, I'm always nervous in the beginning. I get my little jitters right before I get on stage, like every single time. But once I'm up there, like I said, I go to a whole different place. I zone out, and it's like I turn into Mizz Skyy. So I'm on stage. It's a job. I got to get up there. I got to do what I got to do. I got to give people what they want. So.
I definitely understand that. So let me ask you, okay, because you say you used to be in the choirs and stuff. Was it like a church choir?
I had not really a church choir. It was like a youth choir, and it had kids of different regions, so it was different groups, and we would
Okay.
come together as one big choir, and I was actually touring with them at one time too, called Christ in You
Wow.
choir, and I want to say after I left them, like they became like really big, and I was mad about that because that's when they had went to the studio, started recording music in the studio and
Right.
all. But that choir was amazing. Like I will never forget them. Christ in You, they
Okay.
were amazing.
So let's talk about how was that experience like? Because it's like in a lot of times in that choir setting, you get to work on your notes, you get to work on your range. But
Exactly.
I heard you saying you sang a lot of leads. So that means if y'all had a big choir, You had to be
Mm-hmm.
very good to be getting these leads. So let's talk about that experience in the early years and how did that shape you into who you
Yeah,
became?
like I'm gonna be real with you. Like the choir, I don't even feel like my vocals are the way they were when I was on the choir. Because like you said, that choir brings out a whole different aspect of your voice. Because you like you said, you're always exercising your vocals, you're always practicing different notes and harmonies.
Right,
And that's something I'm actually as an artist right now that I'm working on getting back into, getting me a vocal coach, because you have to always keep your vocal strengthened. Even the time frames of, when I'm going, times without performing and I'm not singing, I'm not strengthening my vocals like I should.
right,
So being on a choir, it definitely brought a whole nother aspect out of me, that soulful, powerful side that I feel like I kind of shied away from that, not being on the choir, but it is a totally different experience,
right, right.
vocally especially.
Okay, so I do rap, so I'm not a singer, but I always wanted to ask. I got a question for you. So like, okay, you have a voice, so you
Hmm.
pretty much your voice is an instrument.
Hmm.
Sometimes you may not feel like singing. Sometimes it's like, yo, I got stuff going on.
Exactly.
For people depending on you, like, yo, I got a wedding, I need you to sing this song, or I'm down, I need you to make me feel good.
Yeah.
In those times where you're not feeling good, but you make other people feel good, you push through it, and you
Hmm.
see how it affects the other people. How do
Hmm.
you balance the two? Where it's like, yo, I'm really not into it today. How do you turn the switch on? What keeps you focused?
Putting in my mindset, realize that when I start thinking about, okay, look, you don't work hard for this, you don't have time, because I realistically I do have those moments. I'm like, you don't work too hard for this, to be lazy and slacking. This is what you said you wanted, so you got to get up and do what you got to do, whether you feel like doing it or not.
Right,
And I literally talk to myself like that. I encourage myself, and I'm even hard on myself, and I point out my own flaws as well. And I try to work on those to make me a better person. So
right.
yeah, that's what I have to do. I have to motivate myself a lot of the time.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I just know it's a real thing because, like,
It
even as
is.
an artist, you don't always want to be in artist mode. But it's
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes when you have obligations and stuff like that, you have to put your feelings to the side. And
Yep.
even in writers, they write some of their best music through their pain.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, you
So,
definitely right about that.
so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the process. Which one do you enjoy the most? Is it like coming up with the song, recording the song, the performance, or the visuals? What's your favorite part of the process?
Oh, that's a good one. Look, that's hard because I get excited about all of it, but I think the most I have to say what comes first is honestly recording.
Recording.
Like I get excited about writing it, but it's another thing to get in the studio and record it and then hear it back. You know what I'm saying? Hear your creation come to life.
Right.
Because it's a different. You're gonna get a whole different feel when you actually get it on that beat, get that crisp sound, that professional sound. Yeah, so I would definitely have to say recording will be first.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
So let me ask you, what's the studio like? Is it a bunch of people in there? Do you like private
No,
sessions? What's your studio
no.
sessions like?
I like private sessions. I'm not gonna say I've never been in the studio. When it comes to other people's sessions, I have been in the studio with collaborations and they had other people in there. So, I had to do what I gotta do
Right,
regardless. But me personally, I like private sessions. Like I don't even like people don't even ask me to come to my session, for the most part, because I don't want to have to tell you no. I don't feel like it. But yeah, I'm more of a intimate person when it comes to my session. Because like I said, as an R&B artist, it's different with rappers. Y'all could be in there
right,
smoking, rapping, writing your raps and stuff, partying, whatever. But with singers, I feel like we need to be in a different zone. I feel like even sometimes with rappers, depending on what you're writing about, you need to be in your element with just you.
right,
But definitely as a singer, especially when we're on that emotional tip, you want to be in your own element, in your own zone. You don't want
right,
nobody to be hovering over you, and sometimes people in the studio they want to ask a lot of questions. They want to know this, they want to know that, and you're there to work and do what you got to do.
right. They're distracting you from what
Yeah,
you're
that's
getting you out of
distracting.
the zone. Instead of getting you in the zone, they're getting you out
Yeah,
the zone.
yeah.
All right. So let me ask you, okay, Miss Skyy. So what type of person are you? You got the incense going, you got your smooth music, getting your mind ready. I'm about to kill it. I'm going in the booth. What is it like? Lead me up until you stepping in that booth. What are you doing? How are you preparing yourself?
Oh man, this is the first time I'm putting this out here. And I know a lot of people probably already know, but I don't put out there a lot that I smoke.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
smoke me a blunt. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This is what it is. This is Mizz Skyy. I smoked me a blunt
Right.
before on my way to the studio. And by like right now, with me being in Charlotte, my studio is still in Columbia because I haven't really found a home studio here yet that I'm comfortable with. Like I'm really spoiled with my engineer, back home. So, and I've been working with him for a full 3 years that I've been doing music.
Right.
So yeah, on my ride, even when I was back in Columbia, he was like 30 minutes from me. Now he's like an hour and change. So
Wow.
I ride, I smoke my blunt, but I don't like to be high when I'm in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like to
Right.
be high. I don't like to be tipsy, none of that. I need to be like I have to have a clear, sober head, me personally. But
Right.
I'll smoke my blunt on the ride, get me calming
Right.
in my zone. But that's about it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. So I see that you have a connection with your music. You're not just up here just chasing fame. It's deeper than the money. I'm sure you take the money, but it's not
Yeah,
all about the money. So let's talk
exactly.
about your sound and what does it mean to you? If you had to describe your sound to the world, how would you say Mizz Skyy sound is?
I would say that I'm more of a, let's say, I'm just gonna say an emotional singer. And when I say emotional, that means I can cover all different emotions, whether it's happy, whether it's sad, whether it's angry. So if you listen to like the songs I have now, I got ones where I'm angry as hell in the song, talk about smashing the nigga windows and stuff.
Right.
And then I got my happy love songs, and then I got my intimate foreplay, and then now I have my inspirational songs. So I would say I'm emotional writer, depending on how I feel. So that's what kind of artist I am.
All right. And I would say that's authentic. You're genuine. Yo, this is just who I am. The stuff that everybody can relate to.
There
We
you
all
go.
go through it. I ain't never busting no windows, but I can relate to everything. I can relate to everything else. But not
I don't think I bust no windows.
right. Yeah, I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. So no, I'm teasing. So all right, let's talk about that. Life situations and writing songs and stuff like that. So it's like, do you put your experiences in your music sometimes?
I honestly do that unconsciously a lot of the time. Like I do it without knowing. Sometimes I've been there, wrote a whole song and then sing it back like, damn, that's exactly what I'm going. That's what I just went through. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I
Right.
really feel. But like I said, I zone out sometimes when I'm connecting with the beat and I'm writing. That honestly, it's like every time it's more than likely relatable to something I've gone through, I'm going through, or how I'm feeling.
Okay.
And a lot of time we all share a lot of similar situations on a day-to-day basis, especially in relationships.
Right.
So, those relationship topics are always relatable.
Right. Yeah, and that's real right there. When it comes to relationships, it's like there's no manual. So like
No.
so like for the people from your experiences and the things that you learned for the guys, what advice would you give to young fellas? And then what advice would you give to women out
Young fellas, I'm going to say to you, learn to approach a lady in the right way. And ladies, I would say to y'all, don't accept any kind of approach. Because my main thing was big to me is that depending on how men approach you, it tells a lot about them.
here? Right.
So don't be screaming at me from across the parking lot at the gas station trying to holler and stuff and think I'm gonna stop. Hey, yo, come here and I'm gonna come to you. No, it don't work like that.
Right.
Treat ladies like ladies, and ladies want to be treated like ladies at the end of the day. Don't try to find your happiness in other people. That goes both ways, men and God. Don't try to find your happiness in the other person, because in order to be happy, you have to find happiness within yourself first. That's
That's
just period. And if
facts.
you decide, that's what this I was listening to this girl the other day on Facebook. If you decide to stay with somebody, like she said, it's something that really stuck to me. She made a point that people can do what they want to do, just
Right.
point blank, period. It don't make them a messed up person because they want to be, like I said, with multiple women or multiple men. But when you choose to stay with that person after knowing the kind of person that they are,
Right.
then that's just like that's your issue at the end of the day. That's a reflection on you. And that was like the most truest thing I've heard. I'm like, damn, you right. Like, how you gonna get mad and talk about this man, but then you still stay with him after he done did all of that? You know what I'm saying? Or it's vice versa with a female. You still stay with her after she did all that. So, I mean,
Right.
life is too short, as you see. We're in a whole pandemic situation. The only thing I would say is live life to the fullest. I would not waste time being unhappy with something that doesn't make me happy. I would rather be happy on a regular day basis and know every day is not a peaches and cream, but I'm not going to be with somebody that's making me miserable. And I know that, okay, any day, this probably going to be over with. So why am I holding on to it?
Right. Okay. So let me ask you, okay, you're saying a lot of real stuff right there, and it definitely happens every day. Being a female in the industry, what are some things some disadvantages of being a female in the industry, and what's some of the advantages of being a female in the industry?
We are okay. The disadvantage is the very obvious, which I know, like we get hit on, regularly, especially when the industry is dominated by male services, male engineers, and that's not to say it's not females, but majority male engineers, male producers, male videographers. Everything you're dealing with a lot of males.
Right.
So a lot of time they try to use their title or their artistry to play on women, knowing that a lot of times independent artists, you don't always have that wide budget that you need. We spend a whole lot of money doing this. And
Right.
sometimes they'll use that to their advantage to try to, play on you to see what they can get out of you, for free services.
Right.
Some women might be good with that and they might do exchange for the services. But me personally, I don't work like that. I would take my services elsewhere, period. But at the end of the day, I don't mind paying.
Right.
So I know at the end of the day, when it comes to this industry, money is everything. So if you're not professional when you work with me, then it's so many other people out here that are willing to be professional to do the same thing you're doing, if not better. So it really can be hard for women when you're not taken serious, or always looked at as a sex symbol. And I feel like just because we like to dress sexy a lot of the times to embrace our artistry doesn't mean that you want to be disrespected or looked at as a sex symbol all the time.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I will say on that note.
Okay. And that's real. And it's like being a female, period.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're in the industry, when you're talented. So it's like you're doing shows. So it's like now you got to worry about everybody you meet, trying to mix business and pleasure.
Yes.
How do you stay focused and stay in your zone, remain in artist mode, and command your respect? Because like people treat you how you allow them. So how important for the young
Exactly.
women out there? Like what advice would you say, or from your experiences, what things have you learned that people don't approach you a certain way?
The first time someone comes at you sideways and it's supposed to be about business, I just leave it right there where it at. Like it'll be dead right there. It's no need for me to really tell you what you're doing wrong or curse you out about it or address you about it. You just already done showed me the type of person that you are. You already showed me where your head is at. So it's really nothing else to discuss. I leave them right there on red or whatever else and move on with my business elsewhere.
Right.
You don't have to we don't have to sit around and deal and tolerate certain things, because like I said, there's so many people in the industry doing so much of the same thing. It's even women out here, women DJs, women producers, they are out there, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, you don't have to, I would say, like, don't engage yourself in it. And if you're in a situation where you're front and center with that person and you feeling disrespected, leave. Leave, do what you need to do, go. Like if you done paid for the services, try to get your money back. But if it ain't worth it, like I said, I would say just leave that there where it is and keep it pushing.
Yeah, I
Because
feel
like,
you.
I don't feed into a lot of stuff. So I feel like over time, being so people see how I move, they've been watching how I move these past 3 years, like they know I'm not that female. I don't get too much of that anymore versus how I got it when I first came out. Like it was coming strong, like
Right.
real strong. And I know as I continue to grow, I will, get to different levels, be around other, different groups of peoples as you level up, the level of people changes as well. So it's not
Right.
to say that I won't run into this. It's probably gonna get worse, if anything,
Right.
and I just have to continue to make strong as a woman and hold, my crown on straight and don't let anything take me off track, but I know what my morals are.
Right. That's it right there. Morals. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of that's gonna bring me to my next point when we talk about morals and compromising. It's like, okay, being female in the industry, you can give some advice to some young ladies out there because I see some women, they want the dream so bad. They're willing to do whatever. So it's like the person is saying they can't really do it. It's all game. They saying, I can do this, I'm gonna do that for you. They talking a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Later on you find out they left you holding the bag, or
Mm-hmm.
they ran a con game on you. Or you
Mm-hmm.
have the woman that's insecure. She wasn't that popular. Now she's in the industry. Now she's getting attention. But all attention ain't good attention.
Mm-hmm.
So now down the road, she has a reputation now. Now that's the stigma.
Yep.
What mistakes do young ladies make? And what things have you learned that you can teach other women where it's like, yo, if you can avoid this, you'll be good.
I feel like women get so excited about, like you said, attention. It's the attention thing. It's so easy for them to see a man in flashy jewelry or say he got this and that to sell them a dream, and they run with it. They get excited instantly, you know. And I'm not gonna say sit up here and act like I've never been that person, because when I was younger, trying to call myself, establishing myself as an artist, I had people who would, try to do that to me, sell me dreams and stuff. And the next thing I know, okay, I feel like this is something totally different than what it is. And I exit. Like, that's just it.
Right.
But to avoid from even getting in that situation, don't be excited about the flashy stuff, or the flashy cars, or who you see them with, because at the end of the day, when you automatically display what type of, like, your stuff in a certain light, they're not going to respect you automatically. They're going to treat you exactly how you are. So everything that you feel like you're about to get out of that situation, you're not going to get, because you're not approaching it the same way. You're not demanding your respect from jump.
Right.
So, it's honestly a waste of time. Like, remain solid, keep your dignity, keep your legs closed, and know that you and your talent or whatever you're doing is enough. And if they don't feel like it's enough, then that's not the person that you need to be dealing with.
Right.
Everybody is not good for you. Like, it's so easy for people to sell you a dream because they done took pictures with this and that person. They was probably at an event, and they probably just so happened to walk past that person. So now they got a picture with them. They probably just always at the popping events. That don't mean that they actually know that person, because you see them on the Instagram, posing together. And that's what people get. They get fooled by these pictures and these Instagrams and how do people paint their life out to be.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I learned that real quick.
Right.
Like, I'm one of the people. It's like it's really hard to get stuff past me because I'm always like watching and observing. That's just in my everyday life. My friends come to me like I'm a terrier or something, because I really be knowing. Like, I be on it like, oh no, no, don't trust that. Oh no, they move. No, don't trust that. Too pushy. Yep, don't trust it. When they
Wow.
extra pushy, when they trying to sell themselves, like constantly trying to tell you what they do, what they got, like when they just so pushy with it, don't trust it.
Yeah. And that's real right there. And that's speaking with wisdom. So you've been through some things. 10 years ago, what would you say to yourself now if you can go back 10 years ago? What advice would you say? Yo, look, do this different. If you can go back, not that you regret or anything, you know what I'm saying? But we all have those moments where it's like sometimes we might have got don't do that, but we do it anyway. Just reflecting back 10 years ago, if you were speaking to yourself, what would you say to you?
I would say, for one, I would say stay headstrong. Like, stay, what's the word I'm looking for? Stay committed to what I actually set out for myself. Don't get sidetracked with what everybody else wants you to do. Just stay committed to what I want and stay in control. And like I said, learn the business. I wish I would have told myself that from jump. Learn the business before you do anything. And stay involved. Always stay involved in your own business. Don't never let anybody take full control of your career.
Right. That's real right there. That's real right there. Because a lot of people, they give up their creative control. So I even heard you say earlier, when you're preparing for your performances, you already got it mapped out. So it's almost like a creative director.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like videos and your visuals for your songs, like where do you draw your inspiration, or do that? You have the video guy come up with the concept, or do you come up with the concepts? Like, how do you?
I pretty much come up with the concept, and whoever the videographer is, Like if it's something that they feel like might be better or of that nature, like they'll give me advice or or idea. And if it fits better, then I'm one of the people I'm open to. Like I'm very open to constructive criticism. I'm open to, creative direction. If it works, if it makes sense, then I'll be with it, long as it makes sense and we're on the same path with it. So, but yeah, a lot of the ideas come from me when it comes to the wardrobe. All of that is me, you know.
Okay, that's dope right there. So let me ask you, which video? I know they're all important to you. Which one meant the most shooting when you was on the set?
I would have to say Letter to My Kids, my most recent one.
Right,
That definitely meant the most to me.
right. Okay,
Because
so did you?
I actually had my kids in the video,
Right,
you
that's
know.
what I was just about to say that. So you had your
Yeah.
actual kids in there. So what was that like? Now they see mommy in action. They know that you sing. They know mommy's a musician.
hmm
Now that they on the set, how did that feel watching it back? What was their reaction seeing themselves and stuff like that?
They was excited. They loved it. Like, of course, I ain't gonna lie. I was still in like kind of work, like, listen, y'all better get this right. You better do this, you better do that. Like, we'll mess up this video now. But
Uh,
no,
hold
but
on. So you
no.
went Joe Jackson on him?
I did a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. You better get it together.
Uh,
But
uh,
mostly I love them being there, being a part of it. They loved it, I even had my sister, those are my friends, and my sister and my nephew at the end of the video, and my best friend and their kids. So it was really a special moment to have like people that are actually a part of my life that I love a part of it and have my kids a part of it. And I'm just excited because I'm actually about to make this a whole movement with the Letter to My Kids. I'm gonna take this like on the road and highlight other single mothers with it. So it's gonna be like a whole movement, vlog and everything. And this is my first time putting this out to everybody, but
right,
I'm really excited to really make this an empowerment for women.
right. And it is one of those empowerment songs. So that's definitely
hmm
dope right there that you're gonna take it on the road out there and help other women because it's
hmm
hard being a parent. So
It
not
is.
only are you a parent, you're artist, you're actress, you're a model, and you're a person at the end of the day. Like, yo, I just need a break. I just need a break
Exactly.
today. I don't want to do nothing. So it's like with all the things that you do, how do you find balance and how do you keep your peace?
Every Here we go again. Okay, smoke every day. One. I'm not that one to put it on, be on Facebook smoking my blunt and stuff, so y'all don't see me.
Right,
But yes, your girl gets it in because I need it. And for the most part, like I said, prayer, meditating, just having that. I'm big on alone time in general. Like I don't like people around me 24/7. It might be kind of crazy to say because I'm a very social person, but
right,
in my personal space, I don't like I don't have like gatherings and stuff. Like I just really love my space. I like to be alone. And it might be sound crazy because I'm always in the spotlight, but I love to be by myself in my
right,
own element with me and my kids, and whatever. But yeah, every little chance I get, prior to really going with my music really hard, like I was big on naps. Like I didn't function right without naps.
right.
I'm like a whole monster without naps. So now it's like I miss my naps a lot. I don't really know what naps are anymore. So I get them in whenever I can get them in. I try to oversleep whenever I can oversleep. But other than that, I just have to, like I said, I just gotta smoke.
All right, I feel you on that. There's nothing wrong with that. I smoke as well. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the generation we live in now. So
It
yo,
really it is. Like
that's the
mamas,
way it is.
grandpas, aunties, everybody smokes. So
Yeah, definitely, yeah, definitely. So all right, when you're not Miss Sky, right? You just want to have a day. You got
mhm.
24 hours. You don't have to be Miss Sky. What's your definition of how would you spend that 24 hours outside of music, outside of the industry? Just you.
uh 24. Let me see.
What's a good time for you?
Okay, based off just me being at home, I would say just being around good friends, like real friends, that don't look at you as your artist. Like they don't look at me as Miss Sky. They look at me as, the real me, who I am. So I
Right,
can really be myself, cut up, talk about any and everything, have a good time. So friends and being around, hanging with my friends and family on my like that's the best time for me. Just drinking, chilling, cutting up, playing some Uno. I'm real simple like that. I love to travel too, but talking about just like a regular 24-hour day just to have a break.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
me.
all right. So you like to travel. So
Yeah, I love to travel.
what's some places that you've been to?
Um, well, my one that I can check off my list now, thanks to my boo Ashley, is California. I finally went to California.
Wow.
And it was so dope, but I don't feel like I spent enough time there. So I definitely plan on going back to Cali at least for a week so I could just, hit Cali and Vegas. I've been to
Right.
Vegas too. Vegas is lit. I love
Right.
Vegas.
All right.
Um, Miami, of course, I'm from DC and Baltimore. Um, of course, Atlanta. I haven't been anywhere like major that I really want to go. So that's actually what I'm planning now. Like I need to get out the country. But
I
it's too
feel
much crazy stuff going on now. But I just it's a lot of places that I really, really want to go that I haven't been. Like one being New York is crazy. I live right there in DC, but I've
right.
never been to New York. And I plan on making up to New York before the summer's out.
I feel you on that. So let me
Mhm.
ask, what's some places that you would love to perform at? Like if you had to pick 5 places that you can go to perform, where would they be?
Ooh. I would say Dubai,
Dubai. Ooh. Right.
um, Nigeria,
Nigeria.
hmm New York,
New York.
Cali, of course,
Cali.
and I would say I wouldn't mind doing a show in another. I've performed in Miami, but nothing like just me. It wasn't just highlighting me. So I would say Miami as well.
Okay. But you did perform in Miami. So let's
Yeah, I
talk
did.
about that. Let's talk about it real quick. What was that like?
It was dope. Like, Miami's a whole different atmosphere. So even like the setup with the things, it was actually just kind of like outdoor indoor venue that was really, really cool that we had the show at.
Right.
And it was kind of like I don't know, it gave you kind of like that hippie vibe, but it was,
Right.
I don't
Like a
know, it was
Woodstock 420, like a Woodstock type event.
yeah, well, no, it wasn't a 14. It was like because they actually even had a smoke shop connected to it, so that's why I'm like it was like kind of hippie-ish, but it was like an indoor outdoor venue. So even when you in the inside, it kind of feels like you outside because of how it's set up. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So
Right.
yeah, it was different. It was really different.
Wow. So what songs do you like to perform the most? What's your favorite songs to perform?
Foreplay.
Right.
Um, I love doing my Heart on Ice remix
Right.
because I know people like the original song they really like everybody love and fuck with that Ride Wave. So I always start off with the Ride Wave and then I hit them bring in my version of it and it's always like everybody always go crazy. Like they love it. Like because they don't be expecting it. They be
Right.
rocking to the Ride Wave and then they flip that thing and bring that Mizz Skyy version in. So I love opening up with that, to get the crowd, into it.
Right.
And then, I slow it down and hit him with the foreplay. And I also got this song titled Fuck This. That's actually my rap song. Like I'm straight rapping on that song, So
Right.
I love that too, because that brings out a whole different side and energy, from me as an artist.
Wow. So can we expect more rapping from you in the future?
Yeah, it's like honestly, rapping and singing, that's all a part of Mizz Skyy. I'm mainly R&B, but I love to rap too, because like you said, certain times I might not want to sing on this song. I might feel like I can express myself better rapping, you
Wow.
know. So yeah, I sing and rap actually.
Okay. So speaking of that, what's some female rappers and some female singers that you like?
Singers, I'm always gonna take it back to what originally made me fall in love with R&B. My girl Monica,
Right.
Brandy, Mariah Carey, like Brandy and Monica for sure. Like I grew up idolizing them. Like you couldn't tell me I wasn't Monica, okay?
Right.
So I love them. New Age, I love Janae Aiko, Summer Walker, rapper wise female. I love Megan. Megan, she's
Megan.
so real, she's so dope. But then you got my girl, Tokyo Jets that a lot of people don't acknowledge her, but she's super dope. Cause
Yeah.
I found out about her through my Pandora station. I have my own Pandora station, so they play a lot. They was playing a lot of her music on my station, and I felt like I fell in love with her. She is so dope,
Wow.
and she's one of them them emotional rappers.
Right.
So I love that about her. I love
Okay.
that.
That's dope, right? Speaking of the foreplay, you put a video out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're a model too, though. So it goes hand in hand, but
Exactly. And the acting. The acting goes hand in hand with the music
with it
too.
with it all together. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
what was the concept like? First, let's start with the record. Did you have
Mm-hmm.
the concept first to come up with the beat? Or did you hear the beat and say, this is the way I'm going to go with it? Lead
Yep.
me up into the video. Walk me through that.
So foreplay, that was when I had my team. I had my old producer, and that song that I just released, that's actually produced by him as well. So we kind of reconnected, if you want to say that.
Okay.
But foreplay was originally done on a different beat, and this is not nothing to like downplay. But when I walked away from my team, it's like, okay, I can't utilize this beat no more because this was, launched under them, under their label and all this and that. So
Right.
my engineer that I recorded with, he so he make beats as well. He just stripped the beat and he built that beat, the new beat for foreplay, around my vocals.
Wow.
So originally the original beat to that song, I heard the beat first, and then the lyrics came to my head. And I was inspired by, if y'all, those who don't know or didn't catch it, I was inspired by, oh gosh, what's his name? I got a brain fart. Oh my gosh, what's the guy name? He had the song titled Foreplay as well.
Foreplay.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't think his name, but I'm gonna think of it. But I was inspired by another artist with that song, so I kind of like took a little idea from that song and kind of elaborated off that and made my own version of Foreplay to that beat, because like that's just what I heard when I heard the beat. I just like that hook just instantly came to my head.
Right.
Give a fuck about the foreplay. It just came to my head. That's what it was.
All right. So shooting the video, when you got the song out, now you record the song.
Mm-hmm.
Who shot the video and what was that like making that video?
Shout out to my boy Razor Payne. Razor actually came out of retirement to shoot that video for me. He hadn't shot a video, he said, it's been years. Like I can't remember exactly how many years, but I want to say it was more than 3 years since I've been on it. He hadn't shot a video in years, and he said he stopped doing videos because it was a headache dealing with artists. So he came out of retirement just to do that video for me because he believed in me that much, and he really fucked with the video. So he had brought new equipment. He spent money, $1,000 on lights, everything, just to make sure my video was what I wanted to be, plus more. So I give him so much respect for that, because that was my first official, video that gives you like that BT feel, you know what I'm saying? When you see it, the quality and everything. And that's not to downplay my other quality, but you can tell the difference. It is what it is. You can, like, as you elevate as an artist, you want to elevate with your work as well.
Right.
But so he Foreplay was like really big to me, and he came through with visual for that.
Okay, so what was the family's reaction when they seen the video? Because I was going through looking at the stuff. I'm like, I'm looking for stuff to play on the show, and I seen it, and I'm like, whoa, this is dope. But it's like, I don't know if she want me to play it on Facebook, though. But it's like, so what was that?
Of course. I mean, it's on YouTube, so it's on my page, so of course you can play it. It is what it is. I'm not butt naked. I ain't up there twerking my booty and stuff. It's just more about being classy and sexy, not doing too much, but still showing, the sexual side, the intimate side that relates to the topic at hand.
Yeah, that's dope right there. And I'm glad that we're talking about it. And I'm glad that you didn't mind me playing it, because I actually got it queued up. So I'm gonna have you introduce it right quick. I'm gonna have you introduce the video, and then I'm gonna put it big screen, and I'm gonna mute our mic so it don't mess with the video sound.
Okay.
And then when it goes off, I'll bring us back up and we'll talk about the acting and the modeling.
All right.
So you can gotta introduce that video.
All right. Without further ado, this is Foreplay, you guys, by Mizz Skyy. So let's get into it.
All right.
Mizz Skyy, we gonna have a little fun with this one. Yeah. Come on in, I can tell tell you horny. I know that you had a long day, we'll talk in the morning. Until then, I just wanna feel it. Let's skip all the foreplay, baby, and get straight to business. My body's all over your body, babe. So just sit back and chill while I touch your body, babe. Enjoy the ride, I can do it all night. No flexing, baby, it's all yours, so do it right. Come a little closer, baby, I got what you need. I can take your body places, baby, come and lay with me. Don't worry about the stress, leave your problems at the door. Tell me what you want, I bet I put it down for sure. And I can give a fuck about the foreplay. That's how it's going down. Are you ready for these hips, baby? Baby, stop playing around. Said I can give a fuck about the foreplay. That's how it's going down. Are you ready for these hips, baby? Baby, stop playing around. Now you're telling me you want more, so I throw that thing side to side and now we on the floor. Got 'em screaming dominoes, I'm looking like checkmate. Got me feeling 50 shades of gray and I'm your master, baby. I can't wait to show you all the tricks I'm holding. Boy, you know you got the real thing, baby. Ain't no need in rushing when it comes to loving. Boy, you know we got the whole night. So come a little closer, baby, I got what you need. I can take your body places, baby, come and lay with me. Don't worry about the stress, leave your problems at the door. Tell me what you want, I bet I put it down for sure. And I can give a fuck about the foreplay. That's how it's going down. Are you ready for these hips, baby? Baby, stop playing around. Said I can give a fuck about the foreplay. That's how it's going down. Are you ready for these hips, baby? Baby, stop playing around. It's your body, 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 body. It's your body, 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 body. Your sexy body, all over my body, babe.
Yeah, that joint right there is fire too.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a hot video right there. So, all right, I see you brought a fantasy out almost.
Mm-hmm.
Lighting with the costumes, the clothes you're wearing, the dances and stuff like that. So let me ask you, were you modeling prior to shooting the video, or did you start modeling after? Or how did that work? Take me back to the beginning, how the modeling got started.
I actually tried to pursue modeling a couple years back, and unfortunately, it was one of the situations since I've been in the industry, being in under someone that really didn't have our best interest as models. So I exited stage left. But I was taking pictures. Like I was doing modeling pictures, but I wasn't branding myself as a model. Like now, I have my first magazine submission where I have 6 photos in a magazine.
Wow.
So now I can actually say I'm a model, I'm a published model. But before it was more like doing it kind of for fun, like practice kind of, but nothing I ever fully pursued up until this year.
All right. So I want to tie it all together. I want to bring it to the video, but I want to talk about in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So what age did you first get into fashion? Like some girls, they always just had it. Like you always walk in a room, command attention. Some girls was like, kind of shy. And then they bust out. The modeling is like, this is my other side. I might have didn't feel so pretty at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm about to show the world. What was your experience?
I didn't grow up, especially being dark skinned. A lot of dark skinned girls don't always feel pretty. Especially coming up when I was coming up, it's like light skin was the thing. At least that's what we were made to, believe. Light skin is the thing. So I didn't always feel pretty as a dark skinned girl.
Wow.
Um, I've always had a fashion sense. I've always loved fashion. When I was in middle school, I would kind of like customize my clothes sometimes and things like that. Like I've always been big on fashion and being different, like having my own style, So yeah, fashion has always been my thing. Now, as far as actually like really blossoming with my fashion,
Right.
I would say that I probably really came out when I became an artist, because as an artist, you have to maintain an image. You have to give the people something to look forward to every day. You like with just your image alone, and how you look, what you wake up to.
Right.
So being an artist really helped me blossom when it comes to my fashion and the things that I like to wear and put together.
Right. So let me ask you, what inspired you, like growing up? Where did you get some of your, even now? What inspiration things that you've seen along the way inspired you? It might have been the '90s, it might have been 2000s, it might be Italy fashion. What
It
type
was
of stuff?
definitely, I would definitely say the '90s and the 2000 era. Like, when Aaliyah and SWB and all that stuff, Aaliyah would love her little crop tops and stuff. Like, I love the crop top style, the thigh high boot shorts, it really, I switch up my style. Sometimes I might want to put on a fitted cap, and be
Right.
cute with it with some tennis shoes. So my fashion really depends on how I feel for that day. Like, I don't like to just be in a box with my fashion.
Right. And that's the thing with fashion, is the expression of how we're feeling and who we are. So,
Exactly.
all right. So now you're taking pictures in the beginning, right? You say you're taking
Mhm.
pictures. What were some of your favorite moments in the beginning before it became a business, when you were just having fun, we just taking pictures, finding myself? What were some of those memories that meant the most?
I would say, just being around other aspiring, female models, being able to meet people. Like a lot of times you find like the best relationships in the field that you're in. You meet a lot of different people. So a lot of people I've come across are, to this day still a part of my life.
Right.
So for me, that was the most fun part about it, is really connecting with genuine people.
Okay. And that's real right there. So now you taking the photos. You said you started signing to an agency.
Yeah, now I'm with the agency. Yeah.
You were the agency now. So in the
hmm
beginning, when you first started modeling, what was that
hmm
experience like? What have you learned from then to now? Because you said you learned something, you went back.
Yeah.
Now you're branding. What was the difference in the beginning?
The difference is how you brand yourself and who is the person that's guiding you. The best mentor for whatever you're doing, because a lot of times you can't come in certain things and feel like you could just learn it or fill it out yourself. Sometimes you need that person that's already in that field to help guide you,
Right.
and show you the ropes and the direction you need to go. And modeling is way more complicated. I found out now that I'm actually in this industry, is way more complicated than I actually thought it was, you
Right.
know. So it's not just about taking, pretty pictures. It's not just about trying to be in a magazine or this and that. Like, you got a whole certain way of posing. If you want to do runway modeling, you got a whole certain way of walking. You got to look a certain way. You got to act a certain way. You got to brand yourself a certain way. So everything always comes with a workload. A lot of us, you see people, you see the models, and you just see them from the outside looking in and don't know the backstory behind it and how much work it takes to actually get there. So even now, it's girls that you might look at it, feel like, oh, she looks, her body is shaped better than mine, and you might feel like that person's getting more attention or more spotlight than you. But the main thing, like I said, don't ever just focus on you. As long as you focus on you and your brand, and you don't waste your time trying to compare yourself to somebody else's path and somebody else's career, because their destiny is just their destiny and yours is yours.
Right.
Yours, it might not be your time, it might be their time right now. So that might be why they're getting the spotlight. But that's what I had to learn. Don't compare yourself and look at other people's situations and say, well, dang, like why I'm not there yet, or why I'm not like that, or why I don't have that. Like you can't do that. You will always discourage yourself by doing that.
Right. Now that makes sense right there. So let me ask you, which type of shoots do you enjoy the most? Like is it swimsuit, lingerie? Some may do the I forget it where it's like the black and white. Some do like the cars where they dress up, portraits. What type of shoots do you enjoy the most?
I would probably say more so the portraits. Like the shoot that I just did was mainly like based on royalty. So, I didn't have to be fully like I didn't have to be like show too much skin. I was just, dressed sexy, classy, showing my little curves and and my beauty for the most part.
Right.
So I like shoots like that when it's just about, being natural. Like I haven't done any like lingerie or swimsuit shoots yet.
Right.
But I'm open to it. I do have something coming up where I have to do one, and this will be my first. So it's gonna be different for me. Like I said, even with foreplay, I still wasn't showing too much. So
Right.
it's gonna be a little different for me, but I have to be comfortable, of course. I might just,
Right.
smoke me one before the shoot.
And getting your zone. So all right. So let me ask you, you said something about the poses. How long did it take you to get the poses and finding yourself on camera? Because it's like you have to kind of be in that moment. So how do you get in your zone? And how long did it take you to find your look?
I'm still working on that. I'm not an expert. Good thing about it is like as a model, it's all about the consistency, the more you do it, the more you get comfortable and the more you get better at it. That's just with anything, and especially modeling. You have to continue, you have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it to get more comfortable with, get comfortable with yourself, your body, everything. So I'm still learning. I'm still learning poses. I'm not an expert at it yet. I do what I do. I got a lot of great images from a few good, great, awesome photographers here in Charlotte. But yeah, like even the photographers being in like a real modeling environment, you even see the difference in the photographers because they're also directing you. They're also telling you what to do. Like, do this, do that. Oh no, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the real deal. So I'm like, oh, this is different. Like, I ain't used to that. Like telling me I ain't doing something right. Like what?
But when you see the pictures though in the end,
I'm like, yeah, like, oh, okay, I see now.
all right.
Yeah, so
So all right, yo, that's dope right there. So let me ask you, yo, right now, if you had to pick two of your go-to poses, what are those two poses? Like, yo, I'm pretty sure you look in the mirror all the time. So if you had to hit two right quick, I got the camera. What's your two go-to poses right quick? Let me see.
go. One might be with my hands up, hip out. I got to angle that thing real good.
Right.
The other, I don't know. I like to do a lot of hands, so it might be like a close-up face one.
Dope.
So,
yeah, that's dope right
yeah.
there. So it's definitely harder. It's definitely harder than it looks. It's like everybody think like, yo, I can take pictures, but it's like now when you get in front of that camera, they start
like,
shooting.
You're like, okay, what do I do? Like, do I do this?
Right.
I do that? Like,
right. And then keeping your faces as well, because you don't want to be looking crazy. You don't want to be
Yeah.
looking out into space. You don't want to be looking angry where you're supposed to be happy.
Exactly. It's all like definitely face. You got to have like calm your muscles down. You got to know how to look, control that eye. It's like so much different stuff.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah. So again, for the people watching, it's not as easy as it look. You don't just
the
jump in front of the camera.
From what I learned, you guys, photographers do not like those big flappy lashes. They don't like the lashes because they say it interferes with the eye when they take the picture. So you got to kind of cut back on your lashes, your length of your lashes when you're doing professional photography as well.
Okay, so all right. I see you got the nails. Hit them with the nails right quick. Let them see what you're working with. I see.
And see, normally, honestly, this is simple for me. Normally, my nails will be blinged out, but this was like a state of emergency thing when I had to get my nails quick for an event, so I couldn't go to my normal nail tag. Shout out to Miss Tony at the nail house in Gastonia. So I wasn't able to get her. This is not from her, but Tony is really my girl. She normally had me blinged all the way out.
Right. And that's the thing, because like you said, you're representing the brand. So it's like, yo, let me just ask you don't have to put your business out there. Have you ever been caught out there where it's like, yo, I'm not ready? It's because I've host people say, oh, you Skyy on. I might be in the grocery store. And I'm like, yo, if you don't be quiet, I don't even want people to see me right now. Has that ever Has that ever happened to you before? It's like you out and about, you thinking ain't nobody seeing you. Somebody say, hey, Mizz Skyy, I know you. Did that ever happen to you before?
That has happened, but honestly, with me, I try my best. Like, if I got like literally a store right by my house, so I might go there and might have on a bonnet or something every now and then. But literally, ever since my mom, they used to laugh at and talk to me about this. Like, I would literally get dressed up just to go to the store. Like, you're not gonna catch me slipping. Like, that is me. Like, I'm gonna get made up. I'm gonna make sure I look good because my thing is like, you never know who you're gonna run into. You never know. And when you are a brand, you just gotta try to not get caught slipping.
Yeah. That's the thing I'm learning. That's the thing I'm learning. It's like, yo, because that's a New York City thing for me. It's like when
Mhm.
you're out, you fresh, but over the years, you're like, yo, I'm just trying to run in and run back home. Because
Run in and run out. Exactly. I be scared. Like I feel like I take chances when I do that. I be real scared, like, oh, I hope nobody don't see me.
Right. So let me ask you, okay, I know I see a lot of women. There's no knock to them. But I'm asking you, you're a brand. You're a brand ambassador. You're the symbol of beauty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I see women. They're in traffic. They're in the grocery stores. They got the bonnet on. They got the furry slides. Is that acceptable or that's unacceptable?
Look, you're not about to get these women bashing me. I'm gonna say, ladies, do what y'all feel. That's all I'm gonna say. That if you feel beautiful with your bonnet and your furry slides, baby, then do what you feel.
All
Just
right.
like I just personally don't prefer to, and also sometimes depend on the time of day.
Right.
Okay, sometimes early in the morning you might can get away with it. It's early in the day, but when it comes past 10 o'clock and on out, and you coming out like that, that's just not really my personal cup of tea. But I'm not knocking any woman who does that because hey, who's to say that might not be all? They might be all they have to wear. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I definitely feel you on that. And you just kept it really real. And I definitely respect that. You're not going for the okie doke. You handled that like a G. The thing is like I knew it was a trick question. That's why I can't say it. I don't speak on certain things like that because they'll definitely be on my DM. They'll be
They're
to
gonna be
cancel
on
me.
they're gonna be on your ass like, girl.
They'll be to
And the
cancel
first
me.
time they catch me out with a bonnet, they're gonna snapshot my ass and post it.
Yo, that's a fact right there. So you just answered my question. So we'll never catch you out there 4
I ain't gonna
o'clock in
never
the
say
afternoon.
never. Never say never, honey. I'm just gonna say I hope and pray y'all don't.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact
If
right
y'all
there.
do, hopefully I'm looking cute. Hopefully at least my face beat or something, So
Right. Yeah. So that's the thing, yo. Being a female, it takes a lot, yo. There's a lot of pressure. A lot of people they don't know that. It
mm-hmm.
takes a lot. Just being, getting your mind together. It's like
Yeah.
going to the store. People trying to
Mm-hmm.
holler everywhere you go. Oh, let
Oh
me
my
open the door
goodness.
for you. Yo, you the girl of my dreams. How do you stay focused? And what's it like when you're out in the public? I don't even want to know about the DMs and stuff like that. Just walking around, how many times do you get stopped and they say, "Hey, beautiful," and stuff?
Honestly, I attempt. Let's just say I attempt to get stopped a lot, but
Yeah.
like I said, I don't acknowledge everything, that tries to come at me for sure. Like I don't do it. Depending on how you approach it, like sometimes it might be on some business, so you just never know. But depending on the approach, yeah, I might, give it a little smile and just keep it walking.
Right.
Keep it cute, and keep it moving.
Right. I feel you. I definitely respect that. So let's talk about some of your best moments modeling. What's some of the best moments in your modeling career?
Um, well, I would say just recently when I got my first publication in a magazine.
That's big.
This was like, yeah, this is big. Like this is really big for me because it's a credible magazine. It's not anything, not like I said, not to knock local, but I just think big when it comes to my brand.
Right.
So it's a fashion magazine. So the fact that they chose 6 of my photos for my first publication was like everything. And I don't even know, still don't know which 6 photos they chose yet till they publish it, but I'm excited to see which ones they chose to put in the magazine. Like that's crazy. I don't know if I made the cover or anything, but that'd be even more dope.
Right.
We're gonna manifest that.
Yeah, we're gonna manifest that. Yo, you're gonna make the cover.
I'm making the cover.
Right. So let me ask you, what's 5 things on your to-do list when it comes to modeling? What's 5 things you want to do, accomplish in your career?
I would love to do New York Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week. So do a couple like professional runway modeling, different styles. I actually performed at a fashion show here in Charlotte, and I went to another one. But both of those fashion shows, like just seeing those independent fashion designers, like the local fashion designers, like they were amazing, especially for them to be black, black people, like our my own kind, to see
Right.
the type of fashion creativity that they came up with. I'm like, yo, this is next level. So I would love to do some like high fashion modeling for my own people that are doing their thing.
Wow. That's dope right there. So being an
Hmm.
artist, even down the road, that may be something that you may want to look into sponsors where they have you wearing their ads, like their clothes. Like
Exactly.
how
And
these people, right.
I do that now. Like I have did one brand. I modeled for this one brand here called Vibes here in Charlotte. And I just got another outfit to do for a brand called Ghetto Babies out of Gastonia. So I'll
Wow.
be yeah, he just mailed me an outfit. So I'll be doing a shoot for his brand as well. So yeah, I do that as well. So anybody, you got some brands that you want me to brand for you and highlight, Mizz Skyy's your girl. I'm definitely gonna make it look good, professional shoot, all of that.
Right. Yeah, that's dope right there. So if somebody's interested in that,
Mhm.
how could they, what's the process to get that done?
They can contact me, or they can also contact Mavi Models Agency.
Right. And it's Molly.
Mavi, Maevee.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I definitely contact them, or y'all can contact her and
Yeah.
set that up. Yo, if you black business owned, you need a brand ambassador, reach out to her. She definitely take dope photos, definitely professional and
I
all
mean,
that.
girl, this might end up in the magazine. You never know.
You never know. So let me ask you, how tall are you?
I'm 5'4.5", so let's just round that up to 5'5".
So you 5'5". Okay, you look
Five
so
five.
tall. You look so tall. So let me
People
ask you, all
always
right.
say that. Yeah, they think I'm tall because I wear a lot of heels, and then my pictures, I guess my legs high, but I'm really not that tall.
Right. So I mean you work it though, because the way it looks and maybe the angles or however they do it, it
Uh-huh.
makes you look tall. I was thinking like, yeah,
It was
she's probably
very.
like 5'10", 5'11" or something.
Ooh,
So
you thought I was that tall?
all right, so you 5'4". So do you like heels? Do you wear heels? Like
Oh
what
yes,
size
I
heels?
love, like, if I was to show y'all the closet right now, oh my God. Yeah, I love heels. I just kind of got back into my tennis shoe game, which I still ain't got far with that. But heels, I buy all day. I
Wow.
love me some heels, a good heel.
So what's the tallest heel you have?
Um, I don't know. Let me see. Probably about a good. I think the tallest I probably got is a 6 inch.
6 inch. Okay. So you'll be about 5'10" then for
I'd
real
be
with the
about
heel.
5'10", yeah, with my heels on. So that's probably why I'd be looking like I'm about 5'10".
Okay. So that's dope right there. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So from that, okay, you're doing the runways. You did print. You got the magazine coming. Let's talk about the acting. How did you get into acting?
Acting was something that I always thought about doing and was interested, but never anything that I thought I would actually pursue and really get into and make happen.
Right.
So shout out to Geechee One Films, Miss Felicia. She's actually on in a New York Times
Oh
newspaper as
wow.
well right now, article for highlighting her as a producer, to
Right.
look out for. But she's a black female entrepreneur producer out of Charleston.
Right.
And she actually had been wanting to work with me. Um, but unfortunately, like I said, when I was with my team, it was just certain things that I wasn't able to do that I wanted to do. So when
Right.
I branched out on my own, luckily, me and her was able to partner up, and I did my first film with her.
Right.
I did my first film with her titled Glory Mountain.
Glory
And
Mountain.
it was a short film I did. And then next I got chosen to do two full-length films with her. So I got two full-length films that I did with her in the short length, The Glory Mountain. And the most recent one is called Carolina Dreams, which
Carolina
also
Dreams.
starred Nikki Natural from Love and Hip Hop, and she's a rapper as well. If you know Nikki Natural,
Wow.
she's in that film as well. So I was able to get a chance to work with her. Shout out to Nikki, and she's
Right.
also a Pisces. We actually got the same exact birthday. So
Oh wow, that's dope.
yeah, exactly. So that was dope. But yeah, Felicia, she's really dope. She actually gave me the opportunity to open up as an actress. Like I didn't have no skills. I never acted before. And she took a chance with me. And I must say, like now, they done created a whole nother beast because
Right.
she's a tough person to please. So the fact that she compliments me now when it comes to my acting, like it's amazing. So I literally have grown with that in a short period of time when it
Right.
comes to my acting that I'm really excited to see how that blossoms as well. Like anything that I touch with my mind to, I plan on executing it, period.
And you're doing that. So let me ask you,
Mhm.
how did it feel seeing yourself in the film? You said it was Glory Mountain, right?
Yeah, Glory Mountain.
When you
I didn't see Glory Mountain yet, but I did see the other film we did, titled Sugar Babies. Sugar Babies. I did
Sugar
watch
Baby.
that one. Yeah, Sugar Babies. And it was really cool. Like it was really, really dope to see myself in that element. Like, dang girl, like you really did that. I look like a whole natural up there. Knowing that like this is nothing that I ever like people go to class to learn how to act. And I know it's still, even with the acting world, like I said, it's always still so much different levels and layers to it. So I still want to go and take a professional acting class, to perfect it even more. Because everything you do, you want to always perfect it to the best of your ability,
Right.
to bring out, the best in you. So I plan on getting me an acting coach for sure. But I've already got my IMDb credits, so that's another thing I checked on
Yeah.
my list. I'm a certified actress now with my credits. So it's
Wow.
just really exciting to see myself literally doing everything that I dreamt of doing that I never even imagined doing because I felt like when I started having kids, like and not having a supportive significant other going throughout the journey when I first was trying to do it, it really takes a toll on you and your self-esteem and your mental and your drive to do anything when you don't have that full support behind you.
Right. And that's the powerful thing right there because, like, a lot of times being parents, we sacrifice our life. A lot of times we put our dreams to the side. So it's like, it's a good thing that it's working out, but I know it hasn't been easy.
No,
You had
it
to make
hasn't.
some sacrifices.
Like the time, you know, like realistically, the money, because certain times you be like, damn, like I done spent money on this, that's my career. I could have spent that on my kids.
Right.
But the sacrifice never goes unrewarded. I know from my end. So when things happen for me, based off the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into it, that's more so of a confirmation for me that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like everything I'm doing is not in vain. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna reap everything that, all the benefits that I put out there with all my hard work. Like I know everything is gonna come back to me times 10.
Right.
So it already is like everything is really taken off, in a way that I didn't think, especially now that I've kind of been moving solo. I don't have the team that I had starting out. I went from having a full team, moving
Right.
with me to now it's just me for the most part, and the ones more so behind the scene is helping me. But, I don't have that big team behind me no more. This is really all me putting in all this work and, encouraging myself for the most part. And, and the help of my supporters keeping me going and encouraging me.
Right. And that's the thing right there. So you're seeing both sides of the fence. It's like you had
Mhm.
the team, right? And
Mhm.
it was a lot less work on you at that point. But the benefit was they was taking advantage or they was taking a little more credit and things like that. So now that you're doing it on the other side,
Mhm.
more responsibility,
Mhm.
more headache, but
Mhm.
you have your creative control, you have your ownership.
I have all
So
my energy. Exactly.
so when it comes to music and the whole entertainment business as a whole, how important is control and ownership when it comes to your portraits, when it comes to your photos, when it comes to your masters, when it comes to even your image? How important to
Mhm.
you is that?
It's super like 1,000%, important to make sure that you have hands in all of that. Like I said from jump, like take full control of everything that you're doing. And even if you have someone helping you, always make sure that both your hands are still in the pot so you know everything that's going on. You have access to everything. Because even when I got out of my first relationship with my team, with my manager, I didn't have access to anything. Like
Wow.
I had to literally get online, research, and figure this shit out. Like, okay, how the fuck do I get access to my Spotify? How do I gain access to my iTunes? Because everything
was under them.
She had set up, like they set up everything. So nothing, I didn't have, and I could have had, they could have gave me access to it. Because once I went on there and seen, like, okay, I could have easily invited me in and gave me the access as well.
Right.
But that wasn't their, that wasn't that person's motive. So I didn't have access to anything. So I had to do my research, get in contact with the actual people at Spotify, at iTunes, at, at Apple, all that stuff to get access and claim my artistry on my profiles.
Wow.
I wasn't getting none of my royalties. It was all going to my manager. So I didn't receive anything from all of my royalties and work that I put in, with the year and a half, with her. But,
Right.
like I said, that was a lesson learned. Like, that was my fault, that
Right.
I didn't ask questions when I knew, like I said, I'm not no dummy. So in my mind, I'm always questioning stuff, but I didn't want to question her at the time, because I'm like, I feel like in my mind she's doing so much for me. If I question her, it'd be like, I'm not trusting her. But I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, what the fuck is my money though? Like, what's going
Don't play with
on?
the money now. Don't play with the
Yeah,
money.
where this check that you told me you had that I never received, So when everything, hit the fan, like I said, when I did ask questions at the end, when we parting ways, it was like, okay, at the end of the day, like, you're not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it, so it is what it is. Let me just start, for one, by taking control now. And like I said, that's when I went and made sure I gained access to all of my artist accounts through, every platform that I had going on, and,
Right.
to take the label off of it, altogether. So that was a major thing and start for me. Like, I felt relieved, like, okay, I at least have control now, and I can see what's going on with my numbers and everything else. And now I can plug my information in, so everything comes to me now.
Right. And that
So
makes sense. So in a way, it's kind of better that it happened now than a million records in, a million streams in.
exactly. So I'm very grateful. I'm actually happy, because even within that year, like, I learned so much. I'm not going to discredit everything, because I learned so much from her at the same time,
Right.
on the good side of it. And I met so many people, and I was able to really brand myself, and make an impact. But from there, like they said, you lose people as you elevate. Those same people that you started out with might not be the same people that you end up with. And that is a very, very true statement. Like, I've been living it, and, and seeing it, so, like, at the end of the day, I feel like you do need a team. You definitely need that help and support, but you can't just trust any and everybody. If you got to rock it out and continue hustling and grinding, on your own until you get to a certain level, then that's just what you got to do. Because somebody's going to come around that really has your best interest.
Right. And
Just
that's
realistically, somebody's going to eventually come around that has your best interest. But, you just can't get discouraged, because a lot of people get discouraged when things hit the fan that first time. A lot of artists just give up. They fall off. They let the waves drop down. Like, they let everything just go, and then try to come back out, and nobody's paying you attention anymore.
right.
You
That's
know.
starting over. You lose that momentum. You lose that
Yeah.
steam. But it happens to a lot of the best of them.
And I wasn't about to do that. Like, I was not about to do that. People, everybody was witnessed my breakup with my team and all of that. But the fact that I kept going, and they seen me still moving, like, they were more proud of me than anything. And they would tell, like, my support, they would tell me that. And, that just made me feel really good.
Right. So for the up and coming artist, the up and coming model, what are some warning signs to look out for?
Definitely, like I said, the pushiness. When somebody tries to overly sell their self and push you to make decisions so fast without giving you time to really think about it, 9 out of 10 is not the best situation, and they don't have your best interest. Because if they do, they're gonna allow you to take time to make a decision, based off whatever it is they're trying to get you to do, or whatever dream they're trying to sell you. They're gonna give you that time, and they're not gonna have to, for one, sell their self too much if their platform or their work can speak for itself. You shouldn't have to, like, be pushy as you are. Like, I witnessed so many situations like that, and like I said, from jump, I let a friend know, like, she was being scammed in a situation, and she just didn't believe it at first. And in the end, I kept telling, like, listen, he being too pushy. I'm telling you, like, it's something ain't right with that. Nobody should be that pushy. If they working with celebrities and this and that, why they so pressed to work with you? Not saying discredit you, but if they work with all these big people, why they so pressed to, to work with you and get money from you? And come to find out, that's what it was. It was a scam. But when you learn from your mistakes, you have to really learn from them to the point where you can see it now going forward. Like you can catch those signs going forward. Don't keep on being a product of your own mistake. You know what I'm saying? A victim of your own mistakes. Like you have to learn from that shit and know the signs going forward, because that's the only way that you're gonna be able to grow.
Right. And that's the gift and the curse in it, because like
It
until you
is.
know, you'll repeat it again. But the curse is you
Mm-hmm.
see it in other people. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
yo,
It
this is
is.
about to happen. I don't
Yes,
want this
like
to happen to you.
I'm
And
telling
it,
you, like when you say it's a curse, like I literally deal with this so much. That's why like a lot of my friends, they literally come to me faithfully because they know when they come to me for advice, I'm gonna pretty much tell them exactly what their situation is and what it's gonna end like, and literally always end up just like how I tell them. So when it
wow.
comes to people who don't listen and the people that I really care about, and I just see it come, like I see it happen, I'm like, yeah, it does make you feel a type of way, like, because I know you can avoid this if you just listen, but you have to let people make their own mistakes. You can
Right.
give the advice, you can, try to tell people what to do, but you can never really make people do what they don't want to do. People have to live their own trial and error at the end of the day.
And that's a fact right there. And the thing is like I notice sometimes I can give good advice to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I need to start using my own advice sometimes. It's
Yep,
like
I got that
so
problem too. I got that problem too with certain things. I give you some good ass advice then. Woo.
right. Right.
Be in a
Yes.
situation like, dang man.
Yeah, I think that's our creative side. It's like, yo, it's like we good in that, but that's one of
Yeah,
our flaws. So it's like it's a
yeah,
good thing though. It's like I wouldn't trade my creative side for that.
exactly.
So yeah, it definitely
Exactly.
worked. So you said the name of the one movie was Summer Babies?
Sugar babies.
Sugar Babies. All right, sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar Babies.
Sugar babies. It's
All
about
right,
a
what was your role in that? In that?
sugar babies. I was the girlfriend of like the one of the like the kingpins.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I was his girlfriend. Um, so yeah, I was like on my little bougie, fancy, boss chick stuff in that movie.
Right.
And
Okay.
the most latest movie, Carolina Dreams, I was actually like a side chick slash kind of like gold digger hustler.
Right.
So yeah, I had to play that role. But the one that was most different was actually, like I said, the very first one that was Glory Mountain, because I actually played like a warrior in that movie. So I was like, had to fight
Wow.
with the sword and stuff.
Right.
So that was really cool. We was fighting on the beach and everything. It was really cool.
Wow. So how long did it take y'all to film? How long was the production?
Felicia, oh gosh, this girl, she don't even sleep. So it be all day, sometimes all day, all night, and so she'll have the schedule set up for a certain amount of days, depending on your role. So one film day literally is gonna last all day. Sometimes, like I said, run over to the next day.
Wow. So what was
Mhm,
that like? Y'all out there with the swords and all that. How different
mhm.
from performing and modeling was that for you?
That's totally different because I have no control. That's the thing for me. Like this, like saying myself, I can't control this one. I got to follow orders on how they want it done. So I found myself like sometimes being vocal, trying to give like ideas and stuff, and I'm like, I had to learn like you can't do that. Like this is not your set, and
Right.
I be telling these people how to run their shit.
Right. So
Yeah, like girl. So yeah, that was my first experience. I was a little too vocal. I was a
okay.
little too vocal. So I was like, okay, it's a learning process. Okay, when you deal with these directors, they don't like nobody telling them how to do their filming unless you're a co-director. When you're an actor, you just follow the guidelines and what you need to do.
Right. No,
So
that's a fact. That's a
it's
fact right
definitely different. Like it's different.
there. Okay. So I see you a boss. You got the brand. You're a brand ambassador. So let me ask you, like, do you have that bossy mentality in your real life? Like, yo, I'm gonna speak, I'm gonna be vocal, or are you more laid back, or it's like, yo, this is how it's going down. Y'all better not play with me. Don't don't do it.
If any of my friends on here want to answer that, my friends call me a bully. Like, but I'm not
Wow.
really a bully. I'm like I'm very vocal. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like I've been called bossy, like I think I'm everybody mama because I feel like I know everything, but I think that just comes from growing up with that only child syndrome from my dad. My dad, he had RIP daddy, God rest his soul, but my
Yeah.
dad was the same way. Like you cannot tell him that he was wrong about anything.
Wow.
So I know for a fact that I got that faithful from him. That is not my fault. I cannot be
Right.
blamed for that.
Wow.
But happy 9 times out of 10, I'm always right about things. So I guess that's why I feel like that. But I am very, very the one that I take charge. I do like to take charge. You know, when I was doing my regular 9 to 5s, I was in management positions and stuff and leader positions. So that's
Right.
just my mentality, like to be a leader and take charge of things. That's really my personality.
Okay. Well, somebody said you're a bully,
Who
but you're
said
loving too.
that? Who said that? Wait,
they,
I can't see y'all. Who
they
said
said
that?
they said, but you're loving though. They said you're loving too though. So let me ask you. Okay, hold on. Let me see. You all the way, all the way. She
Oh
said Bree.
man.
She said it's Bree.
Oh, Bree said that. Okay.
All right. So let me ask you. Okay, when it comes to the relationships, I don't want to talk about your relationship status. I'm talking about just in general. Are
Mm-hmm.
you more bossy? Are you gonna take orders? Or are you gonna listen? Or you ain't gonna listen? What's it? Let's keep it real. You gonna listen or you ain't listening? In 2021, what's the so I know the memo. What's going on out here in these streets?
Oh man. Okay. So what I've been told is I don't know. I don't like to listen. I like I like to be the one in control. I'm gonna tell you, I don't like to let the man wear the pants. But in my defense, I am like so used to being independent. I'm so used to, the heartbreaks, men telling you, oh, it's gonna be this, and it don't end up being that. So I have been that very submissive woman in relationships to the point where each time it kind of made me like more, I'm not gonna say really cold, but less trusting of letting a man lead. And that's just being realistic. Like that's something that I really have to work on because it's not a good aspect that it's like that now because you do have really good men out there that does have the capability of leading to where, sometimes we just need to just shut the fuck up and just let them lead. I got an issue with that.
Right.
Right now, I have a problem with that. And yeah, I'm trying to work on that because I have, yeah, I don't
I mean,
know.
that's honest. You're being honest. And it's like, yo, so with that, do you think where you are now is more like, yo, I don't want to hear words, you're going to have to show me. Then once
Yes,
they show you,
yes.
now
I
you
am
will.
I'm strictly an action person. And once you show me, like it's real easy for me also to kind of get turned off from that high of a cloud that you can put me on. The
Right.
first time you lie to me or show me any type of signs of distrust, that I can't trust you, like I instantly come down from that cloud. And it's so hard for me to get back up there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm very open with who I am and how I am. So if I lay everything out on the line from jump about me and you're accepting of it, you're so accepting of it at first, but then later on down the line, now certain things is an issue. And I feel like I'm gonna be honestly real with you. I feel like a
Right.
lot of times guys act a certain way in the beginning because you already know they trying to get to
Right.
the center of the Tootsie Roll pop.
Right.
So I feel like once that door is open, a lot of times guys instantly change and they stop doing all those things that they was doing from the beginning to get you. And that's like a big turnoff for me because like I don't like that. Like don't try to finesse me to get what you
Right.
want. Be you at the end of the day. Cause I'm me off jump. I'm gonna tell you that my attitude ain't the best all the time. I'm telling you that I have my times where I just want to be by myself. I don't like no clingy guy. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I like my space. And that's just who I am, and I let it be known. So I give you the option to accept me or not accept me. And
Right.
I feel like it's selfish when guys don't give women that same option. Like, be real with who you are and give me the option to accept you or not accept you. Don't make
Right.
me fall in love with you. Then you want to come out and show all these other different sides, you
Right.
know?
And that's the thing right there. Sometimes they say women, they care too early, men
Mm-hmm.
care too late.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's like,
Yep.
so by the time he care now,
Oh,
he
we
done he
don't give
done
a
pushed her away.
damn.
He's done.
Look,
Right. You done blew it
we
by then.
gone. Look, that's it right there, baby.
Right.
Mm.
So the thing that I respect about women is like you said, a key word, honesty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like being a man, you know, like you said, they're waiting to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop and stuff like that. The fella's gonna be mad, but I'm gonna drop a jewel out here.
Drop it.
It's like, okay, so a lot of things he's tolerating. He already know he don't like this. He don't like
Mm-hmm.
that. He don't like this. But
Yes.
he likes that booty or whatever it is he's looking at. So it's like, yo, I'm gonna put up with it because I
Mm-hmm.
want to see what it's all about, right? And a lot of men make the mistake. So now the woman has fell in love with the man, they tolerate this stuff and they're leading her on, yo, to get to what they trying to do. But in
Mm-hmm.
their mind, they know, like, yo, okay, it may
So you
be
really don't like that. Yeah.
right. And it's like, this is going to be a problem. But instead
Mm-hmm.
of checking it right there and saying, look, yo, this ain't going to work. He's playing Mr. Nice Guy. Whatever you want,
Exactly.
get what you need. Oh, you know, bring your friends. Yo, it's on me. Whatever. Oh, they want something.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have it. But it's like in his mind, he know this ain't who he is. Now that y'all do the thing, he changes up. Now the real him shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's looking like, why are you tripping? You knew I
Yeah.
wasn't that engaged. You knew I wasn't that. I won't all in. But he was pretending to be all in.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't all in up here.
Mm-hmm.
But through his actions for the first 3 months, it's babe, whatever you want.
Oh my goodness, yes. Whatever you want, babe. You can have whatever you like.
Now they do the switch up. And now she sees who he really is. Right? And at this time, he's realizing she done been through all this. Now he put her through the ringer.
Mm-hmm.
She's loyal. Ain't nobody ever went the distance she went through with me. Ain't nobody been there, you know, like she been there for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I love her. But by now she's looking at, for the last 6 months, you put me through hell.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think I'm going to take this walk with you? Now he's saying, I'm in love. I love you. I want to be with you. And it's just a little too late. What advice would you give to both, to the women, and what advice would you give to the men in those type of situations when they deal with relationships?
To women, I would say try to just hold out and do the dating thing as long as you can, because eventually people gonna show their true colors, especially if they're not getting what they want. So try to date as long as you can without involving your feelings and emotions. You know, that's the best thing I can give a woman. For a man, I would say y'all just have to learn to be real, because you might feel like being real might not get you what you want, but sometimes being real will get you more than what you want, because a woman is way more attracted to an honest man.
Right.
So just be honest and be open. Like, if you don't like certain shit about that woman, just like, nah, honestly, I don't like women like that. I don't like that aspect. Just let it be known straight up, and y'all can further decide, okay, well, we ain't going no further than this. If it's gonna be just that, then let's let it be that. Or if it's not gonna be nothing at all, then let it be nothing at all.
Right.
And just move on, because before feelings are even involved, you can save both parties can be saved from any type of unnecessary heartache, drama, whatever. Because we all know a lot of women don't know how to be rational when you get in your feelings and you play with women's feelings. That's
Right.
when kind of like mind go off the deep end.
Wow.
So, and it's
Wow.
caused by emotions. It's not to say that woman is crazy and she just gonna be wilding like this on a regular. No, but when you play with those emotions, can bring out a different side in anybody and
Right.
anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why they have crimes of passion. It's
Oh,
something
wow.
you can't play with people's emotions, because you never know how people react to certain things. And that's one thing my mom instilled in me. Like, do not go around here playing with people's emotions, because one of her friends almost died behind that. Go
Wow.
dating between two guys and got shot in her leg and could have got killed. But
Right.
my friend, I call her my cousin because we grew up together. My cousins and her brother, they hovered over her to keep him from killing
Right.
her, but he still shot her in the leg because
Right.
she was in a situation that she probably should have been way more cautious about and honest with. And not saying he was right for that, but you just have to be very careful with playing with people's emotions.
Yeah. And that's real right there. Feelings, once feelings get involved, it can
Mm-hmm.
go bad. It can go bad. It can go
I've
bad quick.
seen, okay.
So let me
Then
ask
line
you.
between love and hate, like that's some real
Oh
shit.
man, because it's really the same emotion, love and hate. It really is the same because you can't hate somebody that you never loved.
Exactly. You are absolutely right.
Right. So it's like, and I don't know if maybe it's just me. I've never loved someone that I don't still love that I don't hate. If I don't
Mm-hmm.
love them, I hate them.
Yep.
And if we are right, I still love you. It ain't the same type of love, but I still love you. But then there's those that I love where it's like, nah, I hate you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either one of the two. But the thing
Exactly.
I've learned, and maybe you've been through some similar experiences, is like when we talk about getting to know somebody, it's actually like 3 or 4 revolutions to a person. It's like
Yeah.
you meet them, you meet the
Mm-hmm.
person up front. This is the
Yep.
beginning
Yep.
phase. Now you get the we're together person. Some people
Mm-hmm.
become possessive now. Some people, now they change up on you now that you have the title. But
Mm-hmm.
then when you move and you live with a person, you see another side.
Exactly.
What
Exactly. Oh yeah, like that move, that living situation. Yeah. Ooh, that's a whole different ball game.
what
That
advice? I don't want you to put your business out there, but from your experiences, what advice would you give people? They just met a person. Oh, I love them. You ain't live with them. You ain't been with them yet.
you live with them. Yeah. They say, you pose, the old school way, you ain't supposed to shack up, but bump all of that. Because if you're talking about spending the rest of your life with somebody, you better know if you can really live with that person. Because it's
Wow.
different from them come over and just spending the night every now and then versus actually living together, being in the same space every day, sharing the same bed, same house. Because I'm an OCD kind of person. So I
Wow.
personally cannot live with nobody who's not clean or as clean as me. And that's another issue that I got to work on because I got to realize everybody's not going to be as clean as me, but you definitely have to be a clean person to be
Wow.
a significant other of mine. It's like I can't tolerate anything less than a clean person, period. We
Wow.
will have the most worst angry relationship ever if you get with me and you ain't no clean person. Like we might as well just call this quits right now because you're going to hate me.
Wow. So they eating in the bed, they dropping crumbs in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
They snacking in the bed, leaving crumbs in the bed. You wake up, you
Oh
OCD.
no. Hold on, guys. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Okay. And the alarm going off. We go ahead.
No problem. So you said that's a no-go. So what are some things that push your buttons that push you to the next level? Like that's a big no.
I can't stand for my feelings to be ignored. Like that is a big no for me. Do not ignore my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, or be nonchalant with it. Like that will take me off the deep end. Ignore me. Yeah, that's a big no for me.
Right.
I do not like that.
Wow.
Because I'm a Pisces at the end of the day, so I'm a very emotional person in general. I go through all kind of different emotions depending on how I'm feeling or how you make me feel. Like that's how my emotions react instantly, which
Right.
most people might say, "Oh, is bipolar," but it's not bipolar. It's just that I literally react off every emotion instantly. So I could be happy right now, but if you piss me off, then instantly I go straight to like this mad person. It's not no work my way up to that. You know what I'm saying? Depending on
Wow.
what it is, I just react off every emotion.
All right. So speaking of emotions, somebody's playing with your emotions. Are you gonna go Jasmine Sullivan? You gonna bust their windows out? You gonna wait and exhale? You burning the house down? But not the house. You burning his stuff outside of
Mm-hmm.
your house.
Mm-hmm.
Or listen, or you going acrimony? What are you doing?
Ooh, I would probably say I would do. I would go the Jasmine Sullivan route first because
Right.
it takes me like I'm not gonna be quick to destroy nobody's belongings. You know what I'm saying for the most part, but I will pull up on you.
Right.
I will pull up on you and you're gonna see me because my thing is like I feel like I can't get my point across. If we arguing over the phone and I can't you not in hands reach of me, like and
Uh,
you able to hang up the phone, that's gonna like you able to ignore my feelings um without me having any control. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come see about you. Depend if you worth it, I'm coming to see about you. Because we're
All
gonna
right.
talk about this face to face first before I resort to any more other actions.
All right. You said a powerful thing. And I listen good. I listen good. I'm listening and talking, but I listen real good. You said a powerful
Hmm.
thing right there. You said if you're
Hmm.
not close enough and I
Hmm.
can reach out and touch you,
Hmm.
we got a problem. If I can't snatch you, you don't understand what I'm. So let me ask you. All right, you're a beautiful woman. You're not reaching out and touching the fellas, are you?
I'm not right now, but I'm not gonna say I haven't. Some
Right,
guys would have to be touched. Like I said, depending on the situation, like I'm not quick. I'm not one of the ones that's just quick to put my hands on nobody either, because I don't want nobody putting their hands on me.
right,
But it's a certain level. Like if you tell me if we in a deep relationship and you supposed to love me, it's a certain level of respect that you're gonna give to me as well. Especially my only time that I've reacted in an outrageous way is when the guy has
right,
done some fucked up shit. And every time a guy do some fucked up shit, they find a way to argue with you like you
right,
wrong for feeling this way. That is what sets a woman off the most. And that's what triggers me. Like it you like I'm the most simplest person that I could be so mad about what you did. But if you man enough to sit right there in my face and tell me you wrong and you sincerely apologize for it, like literally almost every guy that I've came across has the same instant reaction to get on defense when they do something wrong. It's like an
right,
instant reaction to be on some defense shit, like you got a right to be. Or either they don't own up to it, and then when they're not owning up to it, it turns into a aggressive phase. Like, okay, now I don't even want to deal with this. I don't want to hear this because your lies are not adding up, and nothing you're saying is making any sense. So you get frustrated with trying to put lies on top of lies. Now you're looking at the woman trying to make it seem like, oh, she tripping and she this and she that.
right,
That's what will drive me up a wall, because really, literally, when I say this, I mean everything I say about me. If a guy just literally say, "Damn, you know what? I'm wrong. You right. I fucked up." I'm that person that I still might not fuck with you right away, but I'm gonna respect you, and I'm like, you know what? It ain't going. I'm not gonna go. I don't have to take it there with you if you man enough to just say right then and there, you
right,
fucked up. You did it. You know you wrong. Instead of trying to play on a woman's emotions and intelligence and make it seem like, oh, she tripping or she did something wrong.
right. No, I feel you on that. So let me
Hmm.
ask you, how would you define happiness? What's happiness to you?
Happiness is when you can wake up every day with a smile on your face and not think of, when you don't have just a bunch of negativity or bad energy on your mind. You could just be thankful for everything that you have, and eliminating all the negativity and people out your life. Like that's what really happiness is to me, is having a space of peace and
Right,
and comfort within yourself.
right. That's definitely dope right there. What things are important to you in your life? Like, what's your top five most important things in your life?
Family is really important to me. And a lot of times, and especially in Black families, we don't always have the best come together kumbaya moments,
Right,
like we should. But family is really important to me. Um, family, alone time. Like I said, I'm really big on just having time to myself, because I'm one of the people, like, I have to have moments where I just have my own space, because I get overwhelmed, with a lot of things, like I get overwhelmed mentally. And I don't like to take my aggression out on other people. So that's why I would rather like have my alone time, be to myself. So I don't have to take my anger out on nobody else or my frustration out on anybody else.
right,
Um, so family, alone time, um, spiritual. Like I'm very spiritual. So, being in tune with God, myself, the universe, that's really important to me as well.
right,
Um, living life, traveling. I feel like everybody should live, get outside of your element. Don't just, a lot of times being stuck in the same environment plays on your mind as well, and how broad, you think and view things.
right.
So, yeah, family. spiritual, travel, space, and food.
I figured that. And all right, so I
I
know.
love to eat.
Okay, so what's your favorite food?
Oh man. Okay. So it's certain things that I love equally. Like I absolutely love chicken. Everybody know like when I go out, I gotta have me some chicken wings. Like anywhere I go, somebody gotta find me some chicken wings, and it better be good.
All right.
So I love chicken. I love Chinese food, and I love pasta.
Pasta. All right.
Hmm.
Okay, so they
Yeah. Oh, and
say
seafood. Oh my gosh, like I love seafood. Like seafood. Like I said, those were like I love seafood.
you love seafood too. So you do
Yeah.
lobster, shrimp, all that.
Yeah, especially
Yeah, I
shrimp.
love.
That is my favorite.
Okay, shrimp's your favorite. So
Salty.
all right. Let me ask you a question. So all right, they say romance is dead, but I believe all women have a romantic side. So if you had a significant other and you were planning the perfect day
Hmm.
and evening, what would happen?
Okay, so first off, um, depending on where we are, whether it's gonna be at home or whether I get us like a little nice getaway somewhere. But basically, as long as like having a whole peaceful romantic setup, like
Right.
that's first thing. I would have a nice little setup. More than likely, I would cook dinner. I would cook besides going out because you talk about intimacy, like everything needs to be
Right.
fully hands on, if you ask me.
Wow.
So a nice romantic setup, cook dinner, some nice music, and I don't normally like I'm not big on the romantic like me. Well, let's just say I haven't had a guy to bring that side out of me in
Right.
a while. But I'm being like I don't mind, putting on a little lingerie, putting on a little show, all
Right.
that good stuff. Like I don't knock that at all. I don't knock that at all. Like
Right.
I just yeah.
In 2021, I believe that 90s romance should come back. I think that 90s love should come back. So
I
you a
think it
female.
should too. I
You a,
I hmm
nah, I got it. I got it.
No, I just like I think it should too. I do.
Okay. And you're a female. So I know every girl, they dream about their wedding day. If you were to get married, who's your matron of honor?
Oh man, why you did that? I don't know. I'm just gonna say like I'm not. I can't just openly say who would be my matron of honor.
Right.
Um, no, I'm lying. I'm lying.
Don't cause no trouble. You don't want to.
No,
You
I'm
don't
not
want to
gonna call
offend
myself
nobody.
because nobody. I mean, can't nobody argue against this. But it would be my sister.
Your sister.
It would be my. I mean, I do have two sisters, so there might be a little argument, but it would be one of my sisters, and the other
Okay.
one, she gonna be in the wedding too, but she just have to accept the fact that she's just not gonna have that title.
Right. So what's your color? What color you wearing?
Ooh, I'm a fight. As you can see, red is my favorite color. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was thinking about, I would be probably that one that busts out with a bomb ass red gown. I'm not even gonna lie, because I'm just
Right.
that. Like I'm me.
Wow.
I would
Okay.
probably have a bad ass red gown,
Wow. That's dope right
blinged
there.
out too.
And the thing is, I'm just trying to, because women think about this stuff. Y'all spend time. Men do as well. That's the secret that women don't know. Men do as well. So what would be the first song after y'all married? What's your song that you're picking that y'all gonna dance to?
I can't say that right now because it would have to be a song that me and that person connects with.
Right.
So I can't just say I would pick the song. I'm pretty sure we would have a song that both of us connect with that, we both love. So it would be a us thing when it comes to the song.
When it comes to the songs. Yeah, that's dope right
Mhm.
there. All right, nothing wrong with that. So give me
Mhm.
five of your top singers.
Hmm?
Five of your top singers.
Five of my top singers.
Yeah, that you look up to in the game.
It don't matter female or male,
Male or female.
male or female. Okay. Um, Tink, because like I said, these are people like more relatable to my style. So I love Tink.
Me too.
Oh, you do? See,
Yeah,
that right. I fuck with Tink. I love me some Tink.
yeah.
Janae Aiko.
There you go.
It's all like I said. I'm always gonna love Monica. I'm always gonna love Monica.
Yeah.
And I know it's somebody else I'm missing. Male wise, I love what is that guy name? Jay Howell. I don't know if no funny nobody,
Jay
but Jay
Howell.
Howell is a freaking
He's
amazing.
dope. He's dope, yeah. Jay
I fell in
Howell.
love with his music as well. Like he's amazing.
All right. Speaking of him, have you seen his in studios?
His in studio, his videos.
His performances when he's in studio with the guitar guy?
I don't think. Yeah. No, I did. I did see that.
Okay. All right.
hmm
So what's your favorite song from Jay Howell?
I think it's called Talk.
I talk.
Talk.
He's smooth.
hmm
He's smooth. He got a song
I
called
like
Faithful. He got a
he
song
is
called
really
Faithful.
he's like the freaking he is the male version of Beyonce.
Wow.
His vocal, like he literally is like he's the male version of Beyonce. His vocals is like crazy.
Right. Yeah, he's dope. Yeah.
And a lot of notes he sound just like her.
He does. He definitely does right there. So that's dope. I was putting a mix together over the weekend for the radio station, and I had a lot of in studio performances from him. So it was a confirmation when you just said his name, because a lot of people, you'd be surprised, they're not up on Jay Howard yet. Some people are, but a lot of people don't. So when you said that, it's like, because I put like 4 of his songs in the mix. So
wow, yeah, he is dope. Like I said, I listen. See how I learned about a lot of artists is I'll put my YouTube on a lot of times and just let it play on autoplay. So I'll be discovering all kind of different dope artists that I fall in love with. That they're probably highlighted in certain areas, but not the area that we're in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's the thing right there.
Amazing.
So what's 3 artists you would like to collab with? And let's do mainstream so that people outside. I'm pretty sure it's other people. Cash Doll.
If you see me, girl, like we're gonna do our collaboration. And she's a Pisces too.
I know Cash Doll. You want me to hit it right now? I'm joking.
Play with me. Don't you play with me. Like that.
Nah, but yo, I met her before the show. I don't know her. I'm not even gonna sit there and fake. But I did meet her. She's real down to earth. And if I was you, if you were trying to do a song with her, I would DM her, because I actually took a picture with her.
Wow.
Sent it to her, and she responded.
Wow.
So, if that's something, I would definitely reach out to her.
I'm gonna reach out to her. I'm gonna send her an email too. Like, I'm like, that is my girl. I love her personality because she just so her. Oh my goodness, I love her. I love Cash. So Cash Doll for sure.
Right.
Cash Doll for sure. Somebody else I would like to collaborate with. Mulatto. I love Mulatto. And probably like R&B wise, I would love to do something with Tink. Like I would love to do a collaboration with Tink.
Man, she's dope too.
Like I said, my first single was influenced by her song Somebody.
Right.
Her song title Somebody. I did a cover to her beat, and then the song did so well. My first single titled Destiny. The song did so well that we took it, and I just had my producer at the time make an original beat for the song, and we recorded it. But Destined was definitely inspired by a Tink song titled Somebody.
Wow. Okay. So what's your most favorite song to sing out of all of them?
My most favorite song to sing out of what's that? Out of all my songs?
Any songs.
Any song.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really have a favorite song to sing. I don't really have a favorite song to sing. I can't say I love them all equally.
I say you love them all equally.
Yeah, like I don't have a favorite song to sing.
Okay. All right. Are you on the spot singer or not?
It depends, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. It depends on the mood or element that I'm in at that time.
Right.
It really does.
Okay. So if somebody was watching, are you in the mood now, or you're not in the mood today? Like they gotta go to Spotify, or you do something now.
I can do something now.
You dope for that, yeah. I was sitting over here like I'm jumping on the wind right here. It could go bad for me. It could go bad, but I'm like, I'm gonna try it. So I appreciate you, doing
Mhm.
that. That's dope right there. The proof in the pudding, yo. She's about to let y'all know this ain't auto-tune. This is the real deal.
Okay, well, I guess I'll sing a little clip from my song, my newest single.
Okay.
I'm gonna shower you with all my love. I'm gonna teach you how to love yourself and stay in the forefront and never look back. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. You can be anything. As long as I am here, I'm always gonna have your back. You can be anything. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that.
That's real right there. Yeah, you sound just like the record. That's the thing. So it's like, yeah, you can really sing. You don't. They ain't doing a lot of fixing it up. You have the
No,
tones.
not a
You always
lot,
sound
not a
good.
lot.
Yeah. So, and like I said, like I told you, I like that record right there. That's a powerful song. I like the fact that you
Hmm.
dropped it on Mother's Day. And it's like,
Yeah.
yo, the world needs some uplifting. And that song right there is like men, women, everybody can listen to that. And it's like, yo,
Hmm.
you can be anything. It's
Yeah,
like,
and it's crazy because I was actually surprised by the male feedback with that song, to be honest with you.
yeah,
Like,
it's,
I was like, wow, I didn't expect the males to really take to it the way they did, but this
yeah,
song is actually doing exactly what I wanted it to do, like impact everybody for the
yeah.
most part.
And it is. So okay. So that's out right now. It's taking off. What can people expect from you for the rest of the year going into 2022?
Y'all gonna see Mizz Skyy as literally a whole brand. Like I said, you're gonna see my name really blow up in I like this that's not just around music. Like I'm gonna be in a women doing the women empowerment. So I want to be an influencer. I'm still gonna be more on my acting, maybe bigger, even more major roles with my acting. Ripping, bigger runways and my music being highlighted in a whole major way.
Right. Yeah, and that's dope right there, yo. And the sky's the limit, and you definitely putting it in motion, and you're making it
Hmm.
happen. And I salute you being a black woman, not only being a black woman, a black mom, wearing these
Exactly.
different hats. Let's talk
Hmm.
about the website because you got a website as well that ties it all together. Let's break down the
Hmm.
website for 'em.
Oh, you see my website?
I do my research. I gotta know what I'm working with
You
now.
know what's crazy? I'm about to tell y'all. Y'all probably gonna be like, what the hell? I didn't even really, I seen my website, but I didn't fully see my website yet. So I'm like, how you seen my website?
Yeah, I
So
seen the website.
yeah, my guy, my manager, the guy who's representing me, he actually, he set everything up. So he worked on my website for me. And honestly, that was major for me because all this time as an artist, I know that's one of the things that I should have had already that I
Right,
didn't have. But like I said, it came with my learning and growing experience, So it's like this has been my year to really get everything in order, but at the same time, really highlight all the aspects of my life and my career. So yeah, my website, I did see a clip of it. Clearly you must have seen it more than me.
right. Oh yeah,
But
it's dope.
yeah, I'm super excited, and I know it was dope from what I did see about it. It's really dope. So I haven't fully launched that out yet, but you guys, yes, I will be posting my website officially.
Yeah, I'm excited because you got merchandise and everything. You got the merch up there. You got some stuff
Hmm.
up there. I think it's in your I want to say it's in your Instagram profile. The link.
No, it ain't in my Instagram profile because I don't even got the link to my website. That's why I'm like, look, you telling
Hold
me
on.
stuff.
Let me see. Let me see. I don't normally pull out my phone, my good phone on
My
the show. Hold on.
Instagram, it's the link to my song, to my video. So I'm like, I ain't got my website.
I be doing.
Look, I want to see my website now.
I be doing a little research. Hold on. Let me make sure I ain't tripping right now.
I'm gonna have to get on, but I'm gonna get on with about that.
Where's
I
my
like that though. Like the fact that you do your research, that's big to me. When people come to
yeah.
me and they haven't done research about me, that's actually offensive. Because you come
Right.
to me asking me to do certain things, you don't even know anything about me. Like that's very offensive to me because I just had something like that happen.
Right. So okay. Yo, I'm out to inbox it to you on the air.
Look, you can inbox me my website.
Yo, but it's dope. Yo, it's dope. You're doing big things, yo. I'm excited for you coming through. Yo,
Thank
I want you to
you.
come back. Yo, if you enjoyed it, you'll come back later on.
Yes.
We got more stuff, and salute to your management. Tell the people about if they want to get you for features, they want to
Oh
book you
yeah.
for shows or anything like that. As far as modeling as well, they may have a
Mm-hmm.
movie or something. What's the process?
Oh
And shout
yeah.
out to management so they can put that together.
Like I said, I'm big, hands. I do have somebody representing me, but I also I'm hands in all my own business as well. So you can definitely reach out to me, and depending on what the job is, I'll direct you to the right person to talk to on my behalf. But you can DM me on Instagram, Mizz Skyy _2Z2Y. I think we got that in the description already. Or you can also message me on Facebook, Mizz Skyy, MIZZ SKYY. Just, don't forget the double Z double Y.
Right.
And you can also, my email is Mizz Skyy, MIZZ SKYY booking@gmail.com. So you can email me as well. But my modeling, it is Mavi Models does normally handle all my model bookings, and for branding shoots and all of that. Acting, that's all me for the most part. So you can definitely DM me when it comes to the acting, and if you want me to be in a role or anything like that. But
Right.
yeah, you can reach. It's not hard to find me. You can definitely Google me, Mizz Skyy.
You're definitely up there in Google right there. So, what type of roles do you look forward to doing as far as acting?
I want to do some I want to play some boss roles, I want roles that also challenge me as well, like some more maybe more intimate, more so heartfelt, to show like that emotional side.
Right.
Um yes, or some action, I would like that'd be different too, some type of real action, an action movie.
Right.
So
Wow. So that's dope right there. So you talking action like Set It Off, like that type of
oh,
action? You talking about like
yes,
Rambo?
set it off. I like that. Yes, yeah.
Wow.
That's it right there. Something like that.
Right. Okay. So what's some type of brands that you like that you wouldn't mind working with? Like some fashion brands that you would like to work with in the future?
Um, Fashion brands. Right now, I actually love when it comes to the sporty look.
Right.
I've been really loving the Fila. Like I like the Fila style.
Right.
And like
Bring
I
it
said,
back.
I'm different. I don't really follow everybody else do. I just like what I like. And I was doing my little kind of buying a lot of Fila stuff. So I said I wouldn't mind branding them and try to get an endorsement from Fila. 'Cause
Right.
like I said, that's different, and they actually have some really dope stuff that people probably don't even realize
That's true.
for the most part. But yeah, Fila got some really dope stuff. So Fila, and probably on a more girly side, um, I would say, hmm, that's a little, I don't know, maybe Fashion Nova. I would say probably Fashion
Fashion.
Nova. Yeah,
Okay. All
that's
right.
definitely more of my style when it comes to the girly.
All right. So
Mhm.
the day you go to the Grammys, whose brand are you wearing? You on the red
Oh, for the
carpet on the
Grammys.
Grammys.
I'm not even gonna lie. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit up one of them, one of y'all fashion designers from the fashion show, that we went to, because they had the what was that? The Carolina Fashion Awards.
Right.
They had some really dope fashion, and like I said, at the rainbow fashion show that I did not too long ago. Like they had some designers actually from Baltimore. That's close right by home for me. This girl from Baltimore, like her pieces was amazing. So I wouldn't mind grabbing one of my black business owners that's in fashion and getting one of them to create a piece for me. It don't have to be nobody that's already out there major,
Right.
in the limelight. Like, because we have gold mines right here in our own culture. So
That's a
I
fact.
think
Right there.
that's me. I would highlight somebody who doesn't have that spotlight, that can, but who also have the quality as the big dogs, the same quality as the big dogs.
I definitely feel you on that. All right. So what size shoe do you wear? You're female. What size shoe do you wear?
Really? You asking my shoe size? They're probably like, damn, she got some big feet. No, but I'm a size 9. That's the average size,
Nah,
because I can't
that's
never find
average.
shoes in my size.
Yeah, nah, that's average. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
big.
average size. Cause I swear, like y'all 9 size wearing heifers be taking all the good heels.
Oh wow. So that was like what I was gonna ask you next, yo. I more times in the week than out the week. Are you wearing heels? Are you wearing Uggs? You wearing sneakers? What's your shoe?
Um, some cute, probably sandals. But if I'm going like out on, uh, like on some type of, I don't know, like a little outing, more than likely I'm gonna put on some heels. But if I'm gonna be somewhere where I know I'm doing a lot of walking, I don't know, I still wear some heels, so I can't lie about that. So it just depends on how I feel. 'Cause sometimes a outfit might just require some cute flat sandals, long as
Right.
they still gotta sandals still gotta make a statement for me though. That's just me personally. My sandals still gotta make a statement, whether they
They,
blinging or doing something.
they can't
But
be the county. They can't be the county beach flip flops though.
no, oh no. Definitely not that.
All
We ain't
right, yo.
rocking out like that now.
Nah, we ain't doing it like that, yo. And I definitely like your style, yo. You definitely have a good personality, yo. And I know you're gonna go far in the business, yo.
Well, thank
I
you.
definitely
Thank you.
wish you the best, yo. And I appreciate you coming through. It was actually cool, I didn't mean to keep you as long as we did, but the
No,
conversation was
it's cool.
fun.
Like this goes to show, like we was vibing with the conversation. Like I appreciate it.
Right.
Definitely.
So okay. Now here's the toughest question of them all, and I'm gonna let you go. Here's
Mm,
the toughest one of them all. Right.
okay.
You've been through some things. You
Mhm.
experienced now. You're
Mhm.
seasoned. You're vet in
Mhm.
the game. Right. They say a lot of women say, "I'm just gonna build my own damn man."
If only it was that easy, you
so,
know.
so what's the 5 things that you look for?
Oh, okay. So me personally, like I said, you get to a certain point, looks is kind of like out the window. You
Right.
know, I ain't gonna say fully out the window, but looks used to be the main highlight,
Right.
and that's just a no go for me no more. But um, respect, definitely respect. Being a gentleman, because having respect and being a gentleman, that's two different things as well.
Right.
Being a gentleman, honesty, respect, gentleman, honesty, loyalty for sure, and somebody who know how to. Let me see what's what I'm looking for. Be compassionate to a woman's feelings, like understanding and sensitive to a woman's feelings, because a lot of guys don't know how to do that. Understand, like sometimes, like when women get in their feelings, they don't need, the worst thing to do is feed it back with the same energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a guy who knows how to tone, like help me tone down versus
Turn up.
add fuel.
Right. Nah, that makes sense right there, yo. And I definitely appreciate you coming through. It was dope. The video is out right now.
Thank
They can
you.
find you under Mizz Skyy on all
Hmm.
platforms when it comes to
Yeah.
music. The movies was Sugar Babies,
Sugar Babies, Glory Mountain, and Carolina Dreams.
Carolina Dreams, and
Hmm.
it's Carolina Dreams
Carolina Dreams, and I want to say in Sugar Babies will be released next year.
next year. Okay, so
Hmm.
2022.
Yeah.
Okay, so as far as music, we got the single out now. Is it a
Mhm.
project you're working on, or is it singles you dropping? What's the plan?
I'm definitely releasing my EP this year. It's been a
Okay.
long time coming from Mizz Skyy, so the fact that I feel like it's time, I'm well established. I know the direction I want to go in. I know, my sound, everything is more proportionate with me. I'm definitely ready to release my single, my EP this year.
Dope,
So
man.
I do have a couple more things in store, like that I want to do for the summertime. My female anthem called Girls Night is a song that
Okay.
I have that I've been dying to release. But like with that, like it's gonna be, the video is gonna be crazy. Like I have a whole crazy idea for the video. So it's gonna be really fun. And I feel like the women are gonna love it. It's gonna be
Dope.
my female anthem for the summertime.
So it's gonna be a Mizz Skyy summer, no hot girl summer. It's gonna be a
It's
Mizz
gonna be a
Skyy
Mizz
summer.
Skyy summer. No,
Yeah.
look, no shade to Megan, baby, but it's gonna be a Mizz Skyy summer.
And I'm with it, yo. I'm with it, and I'm looking forward to it, yo. Like I said, yo, I definitely enjoyed having you here. Before you go, I want to tell you, stay focused, keep grinding, and the same empowerment that you give out to other people when you perform in this song or when people hear your new record. I pray that God bestow that back to you in all areas and finances and your relationship. You may not have one, however, He may send you one. That you have peace, that you be happy, that you run into much success and all the blessings that God has for you.
Oh,
and
man.
I thank you again. So if you got any shout outs, you can drop them now. And when you finish, I'm going to do the video for your kids again. And immediately after that, I got a different cover of one of your songs, but I didn't know if they was going to flag it if I played it. So I think it was the one you was talking about, the one that's, I think is like the most viewed on your channel.
What was that? The you talking about the weekend? The weekend?
It was the one we was playing when you first came in.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was my Ride Wave remix.
Right.
Ride Wave. Okay, yeah.
That one. So I didn't know how Facebook would act. So if they should do it now and they cut it, the show will be already over. So it just muted.
Yeah, no, yeah, you should. Yeah, you're good. Like,
okay.
You're good on that. And I thank you. Like, that was like the best, tip that I've ever gotten. Like, I really appreciate your words, and I definitely wish the same stored upon you as well.
Wow.
So definitely shout out to SDS Radio for having me. Like, I appreciate y'all so much, for even highlighting me and wanting to know more about me, giving me that platform.
Right.
Shout out to my supporters. Shout out to, Mavi Models for giving me that platform to embrace myself and, as a model. Shout out to OT for, backing me with, helping me with my bookings and, just representing me for the most part. So I really appreciate him for that. Also, like I said, shout out to all the other, like the women, all my women out there that are, doing your thing, those ones that feel like that you have kind of given up. Like, I pray that y'all, regain your strength and, your wisdom, readjust your crown, and just remember, like, whatever you feel like you want to do, like, you can do it. Whatever situation that you're in that you feel like you can't get out of, you can get out of it. And that goes for my men and my women. I don't want to be biased because it's some toxic women out there too, for the most part. So, I just want to shout out everybody that's really been backing me and supporting me. And forgive me if I'm missing anybody. When it comes to the shout out, sometimes you forget and you get off like, dang, I should have shouted this person out. But I'm trying to remember. Shout out to my engineer, Corey Plow. Yeah, Corey Plow, definitely. Like, he's super dope. I'm very stingy with people that I work with, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like sharing my engineering stuff, but he's super dope. So if you're looking for a great engineer, he's definitely that one that's not just gonna record you, but he's gonna give you feedback, input, make sure that your music is the best, because his name is on it too.
Right. Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah, so I just really like shout everybody that tuned in tonight and that, like I said, that's really supporting me. That's everybody that's out there that's doing your thing. If you're in the entertainment industry, definitely shout out to you because this is not easy. It's not easy at all. So just stay focused, continue to grind. Don't give up on whatever dream that you're working on. You feel like it's not coming through fast enough. I promise you, if you continue to put work in it, you will definitely start to reap all the benefits of your labor. Like, seriously, just don't give up.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact right there. And again, yo, I'm gonna sign off, but I'm gonna have you introduce the video real quick. This is the Proof in the Pudding podcast show. I go by the name of Skyy on 919. We got the lovely Mizz Skyy in the building, and yo, this video dropped on Mother's Day. We're gonna let her introduce it, and we thank everybody for watching. We love y'all.
Once again, it's Mizz Skyy, 2 Z's, 2 Y's, and you're about to listen to my latest single titled Letter to My Kids. Shout out to all the single mothers out there, and y'all have a wonderful night.
All right, we out. Peace.
It was a struggle when I first saw your face, because I knew that you were my saving grace. And no longer could I drop the ball, it was fate. I had to step my game up, no more playing, you depended on me. Never thought that it would turn out this way. Single mother paying bills, trying to live like that is shame. I ain't the one to go and try to point the blame. I take responsibility for all the careless things I did now. I'm gonna shower you with all my love. I'm gonna teach you how to love yourself and stay in the forefront and never look back. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. You can be anything. As long as I am here, I'm always gonna have your back. You can be anything. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. You can be anything. You can be anything. As long as I am here, I'm always gonna have your back. You can be anything. You can be anything. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. Years later, I got blessed more times too. Now I'm wondering, what am I gonna do? I thought I had it right a second time around, third time around, man, bump it, I'm gon' tough it out. I thought my life was over, but I get it. Just two more reasons why I gotta go and get it. They always doubt you till they see the winning digits. That's my trio, yeah, they made me. Even family that can shake now. I'm gonna shower you with all my love. I'm gonna teach you how to love yourself and stay in the forefront and never look back. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. You can be anything. As long as I am here, I'm always gonna have your back. As long as you can be anything. You can be anything. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. You can be anything. You can be anything. As long as I am here, I'm always gonna have your back. You can be anything. You can be anything. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. I'm gonna shower you with all my love. I'm gonna teach you how to love yourself and stay in the forefront and never look back. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that. You can be anything. As long as I am here, I'm always gonna have your back. You can be anything. Mama got you, you ain't never gotta question that.
Shout out the Rod Wave. I had a lot on my mind, so I just put it on the beat. Might be a little hurt feelings after this one, but hey, I'm just keeping it real. So I just want to tell my story.
I've been lied to and broken so much that it's hard to believe. And I stay down for my real ones, and then some, and they changed on me. So I said fuck love and stayed out my feelings. And I've been running through this game like a scrimmage. And I've been trying so hard to be chill, but they won't let me be. So I said, fuck love, I don't want it no more. Cause I've been loyal to so many that ain't come to a show. And I forgive and don't forget, that's just how the shit go. My daddy told me, fuck these niggas, get that money and go. They say, damn Sky, yo, you got these bitches shook. Man, they wanted what you had, they ain't know what it took. I just kept grinding, getting that paper. Wasn't worried about no haters. Had a team behind me that flopped, and I ain't fucking with no ops, no. And ain't no shade thrown, but when they see my name growing, they can't say I changed on them. I just flip the game on them. I just stamp my name on it. Hurts to see me win, don't it? Yeah, it hurts to see me win, don't it? I've been lied to and broken so much that it's hard to believe. And I stay down for my real ones, and then some, and they changed on me. So I said fuck love and stayed out my feelings. And I've been running through this game like a scrimmage. And I've been trying so hard to be chill, but they won't let me be. I've been lied to and broken so much that it's hard to believe. And I stay down for my real ones, and then some, and they changed on me. So I said fuck love and stayed out my feelings. And I've been running through this game like a scrimmage. And I've been trying so hard to be chill, but they won't let me be. Why they can't just leave me the fuck alone? I keep that shit too real, no blaming it on Patron. They throw dirt on my name, their faces ain't the same. I gotta keep my focus, I just charge it to the game. I've been lied to and broken so much that it's hard to believe. And I stay down for my real ones, and then some, and they changed on me. So I said fuck love and stayed out my feelings. And I've been running through this game like a scrimmage. And I've been trying so hard to be chill, but they won't let me be.